mine today.
One. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Detdet and Dragons. We're doing session 3 of our Tokyo 1999 campaign, and as you may have noticed, we are we're missing a couple of our players today.
You put Junko all alone.
I did. I was like, I could rearrange it, but then I have to sort it back afterwards, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm lazy. Junko, this has nothing to do with you. You're lovely. In the meantime, since last session, when we discovered we finished a fight against a Kuchikiona, and discovered a couple of dead bodies in the occult club room. Tsuyoshi got bonded to a mysterious and sinister wish doll. And everyone kind of decompressed at their local McDonald's. We're back the next day, as our heroes have decided to, or at least some of them have decided to follow up on some of the leads that they've gotten. The first one being visiting the temple, seeing what they can find out about the doll, and maybe more about like the kind of a wider situation of what's happening in the moonlit world. In the meantime, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves to the players that we've got today. Tsuyoshi, sorry, Liger, would you care to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Limitless Liger, but I'm also Sovereign of the Night Realm, Tsuyoshi Saito.
And where can we find you?
Limitless Liger at twitch.tv and in the ever-present nighttime realm.
Incredible.
God damn
you know, I appreciate the fall off. That actually like makes the bit better for me. Barry, introduce yourself. Tell us who you're playing and where can we find you if you want to be found.
You can't find me.
This is
hi,
a challenge. Sa's going to track you down.
I do this.
Well, he failed once, so because I wasn't there to be found. Hi, I'm Barry. I'm playing Connie Young, the barbarian, who's also a magical girl, and is going to make everyone else a magical girl, whether they want to be or not. And that is a threat.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Kershaw, introduce yourself. Introduce your character again.
Kershaw. I like that. I'm Kershaw, but I'm also Fiend, and then I'm also Michi.
The names just keep piling up.
Yeah, and there's lots of places where you might be able to find me. It's a fun challenge.
Good luck.
Incredible. Well,
anyway.
Good luck with that, everyone. Sa, if you would like to go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
How's it going, everyone? It's me, Sa. You can find me at Sakul on many places. Just Google it, you'll find me. And I'll be playing the role of Chiyoda Kitaro.
Incredible.
Are you doing the weeb thing? Did you just earn a weeb point?
Yeah, no,
What did I
that's
do?
weeb.
What did I do?
Oh, that last name first.
That's the correct. Anyway, whatever.
We agreed. You specifically said like,
How am I supposed
hey.
to turn my brain backwards? Okay.
I don't think we agreed. I think you said it and then
No. I
made it
agree with
through.
whatever what we're all doing.
No,
Okay,
we agreed.
Marcus,
We
let's
agreed.
move
It's
on.
we're already too deep in extremely weeb shit. We've got to sort of put some limits somewhere.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that you were the
Sumimasen,
one who
princess.
specifically said we cannot.
Well, if you're
be
doing it on
this.
purpose, we do have to give you the point anyway.
All right,
Just by the way,
anyways.
I was listening. I think you may want to turn Barry and Michi down a little bit.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do
Yep,
that
that's
here real quick.
Your brain broke on what to call her, huh?
Yes.
Incredible. All right, and then Human, would you care to introduce yourself, where we can find you, and who you're going to be playing?
Hi, I'm Human, or Very Real Flesh Human for short, and I'm playing Junko, a Twilight cleric who's all buddy-buddy with Amaterasu. You can find me once I start streaming, but not a moment sooner.
Incredible. Thank you very much.
Mm.
Now, as the dawn breaks on the this day, the day after your all of your guys' like little misadventure in the college biology wing, you find that it's pretty normal considering for some people, some of you, it's not quite business as usual, but it's definitely like a much weirder experience for some of you guys, and you notice that it's like a pretty normal day. Like there's a couple clouds in the sky, but it's like, it's warming up a little bit outside. You got that like kind of like spring breeze coming through. Cherry blossoms haven't bloomed yet, but you can tell it's only a matter of time. It's like a pretty nice day actually. And you know that some of you guys have made plans to meet up and head to the meet up at Tokyo Daijingu Shrine, which is pretty close to campus. It's like just across the river. To kind of meet up, debrief, and see what you guys can't figure out about this doll that's bonded itself with Tsuyoshi. Connie, you and Junko are obviously going together. Is there anything else that people are doing before they kind of like head out to meet up?
Just a quick question. Is there any indication from the campus that anyone else has discovered those bodies yet? Or that there's been any sort of like reaction to that?
Absolutely not. As far as like,
Oh.
obviously, like news is like, some of you, if you're interested, you've kind of flipped through some of the news channels, the morning shows, just keeping up on what happened. There's no mention of anything that's happened, and as far as you're aware, the university has not put out any kind of statement.
Okay.
As
And
far as you're aware,
there's not cops.
No, yeah, there's not cops around the university. Like some of you, I'm assuming that at least some of you are like passing by the university on the way to the shrine, and you like, yeah, it seems like a normal day. Like there's no cops, there's no like, people don't look freaked out like there's been a double homicide in their campus. It just seems like a pretty normal day.
Okay, just wanted to check.
I'm gonna put an additional 5% on magic cops, secret magic cops.
I'm the secret magic cop.
You're a secret magic cop.
I'm a secret magic cop.
All Connies are bastards.
No.
Hey.
Sorry.
Oh,
All Connies are Barry? Hang on.
All Connies are berries.
Unfortunately, Connie didn't realize she was just signing up to be a magic cop.
Thank you for reading my light
Okay, that's
novel.
fair
All
enough.
magical girls are bastards.
Well, okay, we already had that one. That was a.
Yeah, no one's going to get that reference. I know what you were going to reference, and no one's going to get it. It's okay.
It's fine. All right. So, does anyone else have anything that they want to do? Anyone they want to like Tsuyoshi? Do you have anything that you want to do before you?
Tsuyoshi is talking to the mechanic, trying to explain what happened.
Gotcha. So you're trying to get your bike fixed in the morning, so you don't have to constantly bum off of your aunt, who, like, despite the fact that you managed to bring back the bike, the fact that like you went out so late and you came back so late, and like you just seemed like a little freaked out in the morning, makes her very reluctant to want to like loan it to you again. Kitaro, Michi, Junko, Connie, anything that you guys want to do? Check in with anyone?
No, not at this point.
Okay.
Nope.
You said Connie and Human. Sorry, Connie and Junko live by the campus, right?
You guys live pretty close to the campus, but the fact that you guys are kind of like splitting rent on a place, it's small. It's like it like at least has like 2 bedrooms and like sort of like a main living area.
Yeah.
But
I just imagine we're the ones who went by. At the very least, we went by the
yeah,
campus
like you guys probably crossed over, or at least we're close enough that you guys just made like a small detour out of your way or something along those lines. College put out a statement about evidence of incendiary devices, fireworks. No, actually, they also have not said anything about any sort of pyrotechnic terrorist or anything like that. But
Well, that's because
yeah,
there weren't any fireworks.
no, of course not. The only one who thinks that there was fireworks is Kitaro, and like clearly he's just mentally unstable.
I can't believe this.
He must have just seen the magic and just thought it was fireworks or something.
He's a scientist. He tries to rationalize everything that seems like magic.
I mean, if it was magic, I would say it's magic, but because you can understand magic, it has principles. You can break it down.
The unfortunate life.
Those are just fireworks anyway.
All right. So as it gets to be about like noon or about like 1 o'clock, you guys kind of start pulling up to the shrine. Barry, like Connie, you and Junko, I think get there first, just because like both of you are kind of like Connie, you're like really excited because this is a chance to like meet other like quote unquote magical girls, and like really kind of dig your heels into like other like your roommate's magic. Like you're really just like, this is it, this is your moment.
And I'm meeting
And
shrine maiden, just like Sailor Mars. Yes.
Junko, you also just like know the way to the shrine pretty well. Like you've been here several times before. This is absolutely not your time.
Bonnie is preparing herself for dealing with the Shrine Maiden's creepy uncle who's going to hit on her.
Oh no!
No. That's
if anime is to be believed.
Don't worry about that. Which it is, of course. Let's see. I'm assuming Tsuyoshi kind of comes up. Tsuyoshi, I'm assuming, is kind of last, because even though he has his own vehicle at this point, he had to get it repaired, and he's maybe running just a hair behind. Kitaro, I'm assuming you and Michi get there roughly the same time. Both of you are living off of campus. Both of you are living like I would say pretty equidistant, even if like you guys are kind of in different directions.
I think those guys bumped into each other on the train and had a very awkward just sort of sit near each other.
I mean, hey, if you guys want to run that,
no.
A sit at a reasonable distance away from each other, maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So
Yoshi strides up.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. Does he have an announcement?
Strides.
No, he's. I just want to say he was wearing different pair of shoes.
Oh.
I mean, the other ones are just covered in blood, so.
They're in a dumpster.
Oh.
Yeah, in a dumpster with blood and your DNA on them.
Wow.
Not my DNA, some other poor guy's DNA.
Yeah, just coated in some dude's DNA. He's like, I can't believe they stole his shoes on top of everything.
I'm wearing a pair of traditional Geta.
Of course you are. Okay, so you guys all see a Tsuyoshi just like clacking up. He's wearing like, I'm assuming you're still like wearing your leather jacket and like your like really like out there, sort of almost like a biker wear with Geta.
No, this is a shrine visit. He's wearing his Sunday best.
Which is he's like
wearing. He lives in a traditional Japanese
okay, so you're wearing like a yukata?
He has nice clothes. Yeah, he's a yukata. He's nice clothes.
So he's wearing like a casual like a not quite casual yukata, but like he's dressed in like traditional Japanese wear. He's still got his eye patch. He's still got his pierced ear and his like contact in. But everyone else is just dressed completely normally, I'm assuming, unless all of the rest of you want to bust out your kimono.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to imagine a smart casual kimono.
Well, Tsuyoshi, have you brought the doll with you? I'm assuming yes.
The doll is in my sleeves.
Okay, so you're kind of like hiding it in your sleeves, like you've just
Yeah.
been like you've just been holding your arms up, and it's like it's starting to get kind of heavy. Like you've
Well, I
been
mean,
doing like
that's like a feature of that type of clothing is that sleeves are pockets.
yeah, that's true.
The doll's not that big, is it?
The more you add to this, the more it's it's Tsuyoshi clacking up on Geto while like holding his arms up, just
Yes,
trying to look
there's like
cool.
a weird bulge in his
Mechanic.
sleeve.
In traditional dress, while the rest of us are like fairly modern.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, you guys are just wearing like like
Besides
it's
Junko,
not,
maybe.
like it's clothes that you just wear out. Like it's like not like particularly fancy, but it's like you're going out on a weekend. Like you're wearing stuff that's like kind of nice. Incredible.
Connie only owns nice clothes.
Connie, yeah,
She doesn't own casual clothes.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, with that terribly sad piece of character information aside, the five of you kind of like make your way up to the shrine, and as you guys do, you see that like from like one of the nearby buildings, a young tan Gyaru girl like wearing like a very traditional sort of like Miko outfit, with like a couple extra layers. It's still like it's warm out, but it's still like early spring, so it's kind of cold. There's like a little bit of a chill in the air. She like notices Junko walk up, and like her face immediately brightens, and she starts like sprinting over. She's like, "Hey, Junko! Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh my god!" Like she kind of like takes a second to like notice that she's with the rest of you, and her face kind of goes like gobsmacked for a little bit. You didn't tell me you'd be bringing friends. Who? Go ahead, Dish. Who are all these? Who are all these people?
For the record,
I suppose.
I'm standing at a slight distance, hoping no one associates me with everyone.
Okay, so maybe she's like, who are these three?
Well, okay, like not that far. Like let's say it's obvious that I am, but I'm not.
You got to make up your mind, Kitaro.
This is I'm fine with everyone else, but Tsuyoshi doing this is like too much for me.
Okay, so you're like the opposite side of Tsuyoshi.
Yes, let's say that.
Okay, so you guys are all there. Who are these for?
Hi, I met them at school.
Her mouth kind of opens in like a sort of like thing. Guessing things got a little crazy last night. I'm sorry.
You haven't heard anything about it, have you?
Anything on the news? Any sirens?
Oh no, that nothing. I mean, we noticed the sort of like bad vibe we were getting from the school kind of like dissipated overnight. So we figured something got taken care of one way or the other, but no specifics or anything like that. Why? What
It's okay,
what happened?
AKO, no one died. Well, sort of.
No one
Okay, she like pauses for a second, then just like kind of claps her hands like, okay, we're gonna go inside. We're heading inside. What do you guys like? She kind of like points to each of you in turn, like snacks, drinks. What do you guys go for?
All the snacks.
I'll wave my hand. I've already had coffee.
Okay. Anything? Tea? We can do drinks. I got some sodas.
Sencha would be good, please.
Sencha. Gotcha. I might
Pinot
have
Noir.
to bust. Pinot Noir.
Kidding.
I will be happy with oolong, please.
She hears Junko make the Pinot Noir joke and was just like, she's like, there's like an expression on her face like she's just like watched her child take like her first steps or whatever.
I don't know if it was a joke.
Sorry, Sencha is a name for green tea. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's on me. Yeah.
No. Junko said something about I believe she said Pinot Noir.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like she just like looks at Junko and just like her expression's like she just watched her child take her first steps. She's just like, Junko, come on. Okay, sencha, some oolong tea. Gotcha. We'll go ahead and get those ready for you. Junko, you know that little room that we had whenever we first kind of got introduced to each other, right? Do you remember where that's at?
Yes,
mind...
totally.
Okay, gotcha. Do you mind leading them back there? If anyone asks, just tell them I sent you. And then she kind of like, okay, she kind of like nods and like darts off to go start preparing some stuff. Junko kind of like leads you guys through the shrine, like through like sort of like the main hall. She kind of takes like a side exit, and like you guys walk down like this old thing, and then you walk into this very like traditional like Japanese room with a kotatsu, or yeah, like a kotatsu in the middle of the room, like a small thing, like a small table. It's like relatively large. It's like clearly that this place is used for like some sort of like kind of like meeting hall room almost, but like it's like fairly. You get the feeling it's like a more of a casual thing. It's not like something for formal meetings, but it's like relative. It's something they use for like kind of catch up for the day, or maybe like some sort of a break room.
Modernized.
Can I ask?
It's relatively it's relatively traditional. Sorry, what's up? What's up, Michi?
Can I ask Junko if is her manner typical of the Shrine Maidens in Tokyo?
I have no idea what you mean by mana.
Her
Manner.
Yeah,
that's
like,
the TTS.
Like her personality.
Yeah, her personality.
Sorry.
Her
like do all Shrine Maidens in the city act like that?
Act like Yarus.
Yeah.
I dropped a D4 and now I just have an invisible caltrip on my floor. I can't find
it. Well, have fun piercing your foot later.
Sorry. Did the character introduce herself to us yet, or did I miss that?
Not yet.
Okay.
She's been kind of like doing a whirlwind of like, oh, okay, new information. Oh, Junko just cracked a joke. New information. Okay, bad things. Gotta get you guys out of here.
OAKO? No, she's just fun like that.
Okay. I suppose I'm not used to Shrine Maidens being fun.
No, probably not.
Michi's not judging, but like her eyes are like tightening up a little bit. Like, is this for real?
She's once again discovered a new nuance of big city living.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we are like inside of a building where like random people can't see us, I will take out the doll and place it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Connie is glaring at it. Doesn't trust that thing.
This thing has been watching me all night. I could hardly sleep. At some point, I just sort of got up.
Like a cat?
Less like a cat and more like some sort of hungry predator watching its prey.
Has it reanimated since last night?
Is it moving?
Kitaro is not like is still a little bit distant, but like he's eager for this info.
It appears to be in some sort of fugue state in which it is watching. However, it appears to be dormant in its autonomy. It seems to be on almost like a set pattern, like how dolphins can shut off half their brain when they're sleeping.
Kitaro with the extremely condescending, uh-huh.
And
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Go ahead, Michi.
No, it's okay. You go ahead.
On the end, as you guys are starting to like talk about dolphins, all of a sudden like the door opens up and you see Akko coming back in with a bunch of cups and like a couple teapots and whatnot. She's like, okay, so I got the sencha, I got the ula, and she like notices the doll on the table. And she's like, and I hate that. That sucks.
Right.
And she just really no, that thing's creepy as hell. Bad vibes. Who brought that? I don't like this.
This is the second time I'm hearing. Sorry, this is the second time Kitaro's hearing about vibes, and he really wants to get to the bottom of what that means. But I'll let you continue. I mean,
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Colloquial slang this is transliterated for like a modern audience.
Yeah.
Okay, Tolkien.
Listen, it's just they're using old dialogue, but like we're already transliterating all this to English, so I mean, fuck it. Why not slang? Anyway, so she goes ahead and sets down the tea stuff. She's like, I also went ahead and let my dad know about that there might be something that may need to come that may be a problem. He's gonna come by here in just a little bit. She like kind of like glances over at Junko and just like, how are they in? Are they cool? Do they know what's going on?
We're aware of a cursed doll, and that there were 2 bodies found at the college.
Okay, that's not quite what I meant. Magic. How?
I'm gonna summon.
Yes, we're aware.
They helped me kill a yokai.
Okay, that's probably good enough. So, okay, two dead bodies. She like really like looks like genuinely kind of remorseful. It's like, shoot, I'm really sorry. I thought I was sending you out on a milk run last night. I'm embarrassed.
So is this shrine responsible for monitoring the energy in this area?
I mean, like we have kind of like, an obligation for like the spiritual health of like everyone in our sort of like, I don't actually know enough about like the organization of like Shinto as a religious organization, so I really want to say parish here, but that's like super not right.
Father, I think, is equivalent to, I don't know.
We watch out for the people of Tokyo here and there. I mean, obviously, like some of what we do is helped out by the government, but like for the most part, we're here to like kind of keep an eye on the just make sure things are good for people.
The government
probably keep an eye on the local. Probably, I assume you keep an eye on the local kami.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Make sure everyone's appeased. Make sure like we need to go out and do some exorcisms or something like that. Just make sure that people are the vibes are good.
I'm sorry. Did you say you were affiliated with the government?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Listen, the government. The governmental
knew
cleric's
magic
office
was real.
I mean, it's kind. I don't know if I should be telling people all of this. Whatever. It's fine.
Magic is real, and disease and injustice fester in this world still. Why has no one done anything?
She like takes another look at Tsuyoshi and just sees him wearing like a full yukata, like with Geita on, and she's just like, so who? That's a look.
I apologize, Tsuyoshi Saito, Sovereign of the Night Realm.
Oh, yeah, sure, why not? She realizes that like she like stops for a second. She's just like gets like this like kind of like expression of like, oh wait, shit. I'm sorry. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Aku Yukimori.
Yukimori.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I have my list pulled up, but I'm scrolling between some stuff.
That's what.
Thank you.
Junko very cheerily tells her that he can shoot fireballs.
Gotcha. I mean,
Fireworks.
That helps. That actually, you know what? We probably should tell you about the government if you can do that.
I cut ahead like in front of Tsuyoshi to be like, just can we move on from this? Because I'm annoyed at the implication that he can do magic.
Sorry, did you?
Sure.
Michi turns to Kitaro. Is like, sorry, did you say fireworks?
Okay, I did say fireworks under my breath a second ago, and then I'm like, well, let's cut off of this and then move on. But now that Michi's
Sure.
confronted me, I'm like, yes, he used fireworks. He was throwing bombs in the school.
Oh,
You threw bombs in the school?
Perhaps you're just
Now-
ill-adjusted to the sight of magic, and you misinterpreted what you saw.
Because
Anyway,
and I'd like to remind everyone, you guys knew that you guys saw him like throwing around like fireballs and stuff like that. Like, I mean, you guys like he was throwing around magic.
listen, I out of character, I can't imagine that they're like out of the realm of being persuaded that it was fireworks. But again, Kitaro in character, like I'm trying to move on from this convo.
Yeah,
It's so much funnier. if
oh,
they
so
get-
you don't want to make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, no, I'll lose that one. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Do it, yeah.
Okay, persuasion check.
Tsuyoshi,
Saw
I
you're
want you to
making
make
a
an opposed
mistake.
deception. I want you to make an
Just do it.
opposed
Just go
deception
for
check.
it.
Saw you
Yeah,
make
okay.
a mistake. It's so much funnier if they don't know.
Listen, Liger, listen. That was a 7, and I have no bonuses. So let's see how this goes.
All right. What am I doing? Deception.
Opposed deception.
Okay. It's not a high bonus. That's a 15.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys, listen, guys. Clearly, Kitaro, like giant nerd that he is, thought that he saw something, saw like a fireball go by, and clearly thought it was some sort of firework or something like that. He's new. It's fine. Don't worry
I was
about
going to say, I just look at Kitaro and thought I would have thought you'd had a greater familiarity with magic.
it.
Okay, you didn't say that out loud though.
No, I did. Yeah.
Okay,
You know that.
Okay, yeah, no, I did. Frankly, I didn't know that. I didn't know that magic was real until last night. But
Oh.
now that I've seen this, I would like to get down to the principles of
you
it. But
didn't
what he used was not
know-
magic.
Oh shit. Anyway, sorry. My name's Ako Yukimori. I'm the daughter of the head priest here. Tanaka Yukimori is my dad. He's fine. I like going out at night. I like fashion. I like going for fashion runs in Harajuku. And my type is hunks. I like hunks. I like big guys.
Well, Miss Akko, I'd really be interested in you describing what these vibes that you've been feeling are.
Oh, yeah. So, like,
I'm pointing at the doll. Like, what exactly are you feeling towards this?
well, actually, I'm not really getting much of anything off of the doll, other than the fact that this is like a creepy thing for freaks.
Perhaps we should bring you up to speed. This
yeah,
doll.
Of course. Sure, I would love to hear about what went down last night.
So this doll possessed Tsuyoshi over here, the one in the
Well, that
the one in the Geta. At the time it was animated, it is no longer animated. We believe it may be a Hinagami.
well, that's bad. She like looks over at like Tsuyoshi. It's just so like this is like she kind of like gestures to like all of him. She's like, so this is because like the doll is possessed. Like, you think he's being possessed right now? What like that?
Oh no, he was like that. No, oh no, he was like this before.
The running theory is that the doll somehow enhanced my magical abilities further than they already were.
Sure. I mean, we can do a couple tests. That we haven't heard about a Hinagami in like years. I think the last I'm like she's like trying to like rack her brain. Like I like at least 50, 60 years ago. I definitely, my dad is definitely gonna want to, and then like as she's saying that, the door opens again, and like this incredibly stately, like he's like kind of tall, like a little thin in the arms, like he's got a very sort of like academic, like he's got the face of like a guy who you would like see like spending his time in the library like while he's off shift or whatever. He's like kind of like his hair is starting to gray a little bit. He's starting to bulge just a bit. And he has like a really like serene expression on his face. He's like wearing a pair of glasses. It's just like, hey, hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. Akko told me there might be a little bit of a situation. Like he kind of like nods to Junko. It's good to see you again, Junko. I'm Tanaka Yukimori. I'm the head priest of this shrine. What seems to be the, and then he like catches eyes with the doll. He's like, that's bad. That's clearly, I'm getting a bad vibe off of that. Akko, what? And then like Akko kind of like catches him up on speed on like, you know, like what you guys have said, or you guys kind of re-explain it to him. He's like, gotcha. Well, if this is a Hinagami, this is the first one we've seen in like 73 years. And prior to that, they were relatively weaker. It's one of those things where like because the government stepped in so much to prevent the formation of like these sort of like kind of like artifacts, that they've become like weaker and weaker as time goes on, and they're more haven't kind of come up in their place. This is odd. He like turns to Tsuyoshi. Young man, do you mind if I perform a few diagnostic spells to see if I can't figure out exactly what's going on?
On me?
Yes, you. Unless anyone else happens to have been affected by the doll as well.
Diagnostics. I suppose.
Gotcha. Thank you. He like
I did a little of experimenting with the doll myself last night.
My eyes narrow.
Did you?
like Akko just like,
Come on, guys! That's not what I meant!
It doesn't have to have been. It's still sus of the line.
sure, do you mind? He's like the Tanaka kind of like blinks for a second. He's like, do you mind elaborating on what you meant by that?
Well, I didn't like how it was looking at me in the middle of the night, so I threw it out a window. And when I turned around, it was back in my room staring at me again.
Gotcha. So not to tell you how to live your life, I would refrain from throwing potentially dangerous magical artifacts out of a window, just as like a rule of thumb. Like, obviously, you got your own thing going on, but
when it's 4 a.m. and a doll won't let you sleep, you'll do whatever.
He's like, I mean, I'm not in your position. I don't know enough to be able to judge. Obviously, like, you were going through some stuff. He like pulls out like a couple like sticks of incense and he like lights them. He like kind of arranges them in holders like around you. Pulls out a couple like pieces of paper, like drawing a couple like you know, like seals on them, plastering them around in like a kind of a geometric pattern around you. He's basically like performing like a ritual spell.
Sorry, I'm just imagining that he was setting this up to begin with, and every time Tsuyoshi talks, he just sort of pauses for a second and then starts putting more incense.
Yeah,
every single time, just adding more and more incense.
Yeah, it's like at this point he's like, okay, so it's probably angry. And he's gonna give me a quick roll here.
I see you've gone with the pentagram array. I personally would go with the hexagon.
This is
Michi sighs loudly.
Once again, I cut ahead of him. Like, just don't worry about him. He's like this.
He like glances down to where like these are clearly arranged in like an octagon.
Come on, Detdet. The one thing I'm supposed to be good at is occult stuff.
I mean,
don't try to undermine me. I'm saying I can't count.
Liger, don't worry. I'll only do it when it's funny.
That's every time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, that is what it is.
He never learned to count.
So he kind of like starts murmuring some like sutras under his breath. He's like, you know, like kind of glancing around, and like there's like a gold shimmer around his eyes as he like opens them, and you can see there's almost like his eyes seem like brighter than they were a little bit ago, and he's like, that's going to be a problem. Young man, this doll, it asked you a question, did it not?
In a matter of speaking, I believe so.
Did you
It was rather vague, though.
did you
And
ask did you did it ask to give you something, or did you ask something of it?
I believe it offered something, and I responded, maybe subconsciously.
Well,
That is what happens. I'm not misremembering, right?
well, I mean, it was. I think it was like an active like thing. Basically, what ended up happening was like the doll had asked you like, "Do you want to be special?" And then you said more than anything.
Yeah.
Like it had offered you something, and then like you did consciously reply yes.
Yeah, but I actually didn't realize that was the question. That was like that was the moment that I was supposed to. That was the wish.
He takes his glasses off and he like rubs the bridge of his nose and he's like, I young man, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Um, this item, this is called it's called a hinagami.
I know.
It's okay. Well, then that helps. When somebody uses a hinagami, when they make a wish or they like cast their desires into the doll, um, it creates a bond with its user. Um, Now this can like look different depending on what's going on. The more powerful the wish, the more the bond deepens. But to put it bluntly, your soul and the artifact, the being, the construct inside of the doll, the soul of that doll, have mingled. Part of your soul is in the doll, and part of the doll's soul is in you. And this means a variety of different things. The doll cannot be used by anyone but yourself. Um,
That at
the
least is good news. I know some
the
very powerful people are looking for it.
please, you I, I hate to take away any sort of positive from this, but it is important that you listen. Eventually, as you continue to use the doll, more and more of your soul will enter into the doll, and more of the doll's soul will enter into you. When this happens, if for whatever reason the doll completely takes over, your soul completely enters the doll, you will die. And even more than that, those who use a hinagami are, I mean, he almost like kind of turns to the rest of the group because he doesn't know exactly how much. Like Tsuyoshi has said that he knows what a hinagami is, but he's almost explaining it for the group as well. Hinagami are created by incredibly dark rituals involving using the grave earth of a cemetery, um, and it feasts on it creates its power from the souls of the dead. When someone bonds to a hinagami, their soul becomes bound to it, and those souls bound with hinagami are inevitably dragged to Yomi when they die. Son, I hate to tell you this, but when you die, you will be going to hell. And as far as I'm aware, despite many people attempting to over the years, there's not much that we can do without exceptional circumstances.
What kind of exceptional circumstances?
Part of this bond that you formed means that your soul is, it's essentially like you are no longer whole without being connected with this doll. Should we try to break this connection just as we are right now, would not necessarily be difficult. But in the process, you not having sort of a full soul for your body, it would kill you. Now he kind of stops for a second. The pause, and even if we did, the part of your soul that the doll has would still it would still damn it. It's not something that would break even then. There have been cases where if somebody were to, if some equally powerful yokai or potentially some sort of divine source, although we have no records of such a thing occurring, were to replace that part of your soul that is the doll and the part of the doll that is your soul, potentially you would be freed from this contract. But as it stands right now, I'm afraid that there's not much I can do personally to help you. And you see he like kind of like, he sort of like goes down into a dogeza, like he bows incredibly low. He's pressing his head to like the floor. I am deeply sorry, but there is not much that I can do for you.
I did not come here suspecting that you would be able to cure me. I came here to find out information, and you have provided much of it, and for that I am very thankful. And I enter just as much of a deep bow.
I Go ahead, Michi. Sorry.
Oh, Michi just puts her hand up and says, "High Priest, do you have a telephone?"
Yes, absolutely, I do. He kind of like nods to Akko, like, Akko, please show our guest, and like he kind of like glances over at you, like realizing that he does not know your name. Please show our guest here
Michi.
to please show our guest Michi here to our telephone, if you don't mind. And Akko like kind of like stands up, like even she's like kind of shaken by this. Like she knew it was like a bad vibe. She knew some stuff about a Hinagami, but she clearly did not realize like how bad that things were going to be. And she kind of gets up and like takes you and leaves the room. She shows you to a telephone and offers to, and like steps away a little bit and gives you your privacy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, back into the room. Now,
How long do you
he said
suppose
he
before
kind of
this
like
power takes me over?
Sorry, what was that, Tsuyoshi?
How long do you suppose before this power takes me over? Do I have a time limit, or does it depend on how much I use my power?
It truly depends. We've seen no Hinagami is the same. Some are more powerful than others. Some have been steeped in like, depending on, there's he kind of waves away like the explanation, but he's like, it depends on like how potent the necromantic energies of the grave earth used to form the doll. It depends on like how long they've been buried under the crossroads, where they like receive some of their power. It depends on a variety of different things. The long and short of it, though, depending on the specifics of the deal you make, the more intense the wish, the stronger the effect will have on your soul. As it requires more and more power to be channeled through you in order to grant your wish, the more and more of its soul will enter your body, and the more of your soul will enter its. As far as I'm aware, there isn't a time limit, but the doll will seek to be used. He like kind of glances towards the doll. Um, I'm assuming this happened last night, correct?
Indeed. In fact, it may have been this morning, I think. It was quite late.
I understand. As far as I can tell, your first wish must have been truly powerful. Because as far as I can tell, a quarter of your soul has already been transferred into the doll. Now, whether that means I'm not, unless you'd like to share the information on what you wish for, I'm not going to press. I understand that this is a lot, and I don't want to put undue pressure on you at this moment.
It was 4 big muscles.
He clearly does not believe you. Like that sort of he nods, he kind of, I understand. He clearly does not believe you. He knows that muscles would absolutely not be like this much. This is like a quarter of your soul is like big shit.
Mhm.
You don't understand how skinny I was before last night.
Lamau.
As I said, I will not press. This is clearly this is something you must bear. I will inform you that as you have become a contractor to a malicious magical item, one that has relatively far-reaching capabilities and potentials for misuse, I will have to refer you to the governmental clerics task force.
Oh shit.
The what?
He sits down. He's like, I understand that many of you are relatively new to the moonlit world, or at least to this branch. The the governmental clerics task force is a force of, they are a group of government officials whose job it is to maintain relationships between the moonlit world and in the society of Japan at large, to make sure that the supernatural remains underneath the notice of most normal people uh, of Japan, and to ensure that potential threats, are, if not dealt with, then appeased.
You want me to consult with them, or are you saying you're turning me in?
That depends more on you. The task force isn't unreasonable, and especially given your circumstances, where in a way you are very much a victim in this scenario. I would assume that they would have a degree of leniency for you. But as I said, you, Mr. Saito, you have become overnight both a very, very potentially dangerous person. And that is something that if I don't report this, then it falls on the head of the shrine and potentially the people at large. There are policies, there are regulations about these sorts of things.
What happens when you report to me? What will they do to me? Are they going to keep me?
As I said, the large and short of it depends on you. There are plenty of forces, yokai, spirits, clerics like myself and my daughter and Junko, who deal with this task force. Their job is to ensure that the people of Japan do not become victimized by supernatural forces, and in that regard, they have failed you. I would expect a degree of leniency, but I do also expect them to have certain conditions for you.
Does anyone else have anything to say?
Okay. With that, we're going to actually go ahead and cut back over to Michi, who is at the phone. Michi, who are you calling?
Yeah. I'm giving Saburo a call.
Tenkuro? Or just like the
Tenkuro,
village?
yes.
Okay.
No, Tenkuro. Yeah, I'm giving Tenkuro a call.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
A couple rings pass by. You're almost kind of thinking that like maybe you've missed him, when all of a sudden like the phone comes up and he's like, "Hey, you reached Tenkuro? Sorry, I almost missed you. Who is this?"
Hey, it's Michi.
Oh, hey, Michi, what's up?
Hey, so I think I've stumbled into a group of pretty useful allies here since we last spoke.
Yeah, that great. More like more people who are looking into Ashitaka, like lawyers or whatever.
No, more. So it turns out there's a lot of magic here. But aside from that, either way, I think I'm onto something here. But getting their cooperation may hinge on whether or not Okuninushi can do something about a person who's been cursed with a hinagami, or by a hinagami.
You hear like a kind of like a low whistle from like the receiver. It's like, God damn, I haven't heard of a hinagami coming around in. I almost forgot that I gave this guy an accent. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Shit. Well, I ain't heard of I haven't heard a tale of a hinagami in God knows how long. I mean, hell, we got elders out here who haven't hardly heard of one, and God knows how they, you know.
Could you do me a favor and check the records?
Yeah, I mean, I can see what I can't dig up, and I mean, if you want, I can ask the elders, see what they got going on. I mean, is that something you want to? I mean, I don't think there'd be an issue with letting them know, but
yeah, I think this might be worth it.
All right.
Yeah, I can't talk long. I'm in a shrine, but and it's long distance. But yeah, I'll have to tell you about these people later. But yeah, if you can look into that, that could be a huge help.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go ahead and get them. I'll see what I can't do, and then I'll give you a call during I'll let you know what I've dug up during our weekly call.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
All right. Hey, anything else I can do for you?
No, that's. I think that's it for the minute.
Gotcha. Real quick, great suggestion about like having the kids come out and help me harry some stuff. We've been putting arrows through tires left, right, and center.
Oh, good.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, they ain't found hide or hair of us, so we seem to be all right with that. But good looking out, Michi.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, that's good to hear.
All right, hey,
All right.
talk to you later.
Yeah. See ya.
And with a click, the line goes down. I'm assuming you're going to
Mushy.
go ahead and I'm assuming you're going to go ahead and either rejoin the others unless you have something else like another call you'd like to make or anything like that.
No, I'll just rejoin the others.
All right.
Actually, and also though I may have to drop out at this point as well. But
Okay, we'll go ahead and have that. We'll go ahead and just drop out then. Thank you for coming, Kirsha. Have fun with BG3 later.
Yes, will do. See you guys.
Hey,
Bye, IQ.
Bye.
Bye.
And with that, I'm also going to go ahead and hide Kirsha's stuff so that way we do not have that distract everyone. All right. Moving back towards the meeting room. Akko's kind of rejoined. And like there's like obviously like a kind of a somber tone. Like obviously like people like you guys didn't think that this was going to be a good, like you weren't going to be finding out like everything's all rainbows and puppies and like actually this is sick. You just got free magic forever and you can just have unlimited wishes. But like obviously I don't think anyone was expecting this bad.
So what if my only chance of survival is apotheosis? We can make it through this. We're a team. We're the occult club.
No, we're not.
I'm shifting away slightly more again to not be associated with this.
The Tanaka kind of just like winces a little bit when you say apotheosis. It's just like this.
That's what that is. He said I had to get like divine energy imbued in me. That's what that is.
There's a difference between like being blessed and I will become a god from the guy with a wishing doll that's like powered by the souls of the dead.
Listen, I go for those like $100 words on the top shelf.
Young man, he kind of like leans in and like whispers, I understand that you may be in a sort of a state at the moment. Please remember that this is a shrine to the gods. Blasphemy is maybe not the best way to be going with this.
I feel you may have misunderstood my words.
He thought it was catching a vibe and prepping to skedaddle if necessary.
Anyways,
I am not trying to become a god. I'm merely trying to survive.
My young man, I understand, and I have a surplus of sympathy for you and your situation. I will be personally consulting our records to see if there's anything that we may be able to help you with. You see him kind of like stand up. If you'll excuse me for a brief moment, I must make a few phone calls. I will be back. I'll be back momentarily. Akko, do you please keep them company? Let them know. Help them with whatever they might need.
Would I be able to catch him on his way out, real quick?
He kind of like sees that you kind of like are like leaning forward a little bit as he's going to go. He's like, "Excuse me, man. What can I help you with something?"
Oh, never mind. Actually, I think let's say that in character, I'm like, never mind. But I want to say that maybe I still have the cursed pen from the last night, and I've been wondering if I should check this with anyone.
Who did have that at the end of the last night? Because I didn't remember if it was like Ayumu who had it or it was Kitano.
I don't think we sussed this out, but I don't know. Do we want to like backfill this? Did
I
anyone
feel
want
like-
to?
no, if you'd like to, we can absolutely like you can.
I
produce the
could have
pin.
sworn Ayumu said he was going to show it to his dad.
Or not well,
Or not his dad, but the other guy.
His dad's like former second in command.
Yeah, that
Okay,
that guy.
let's say I'm thinking about it, but I don't have it on my person, so I'm setting it up for later.
You can draw it. You want me to draw it? I'll draw it.
So, I mean, it's just a Yakuza pin.
I want to use my calligraphy skill.
So yeah, I almost catch him on the way out because I have other things to say, but I'm like, nah, this can wait.
I understand. As I said, I'll be back. I'll be back shortly. I'm more than happy to assist you with anything that any questions you may have. Excuse me. And then he kind of like bows his head and kind of like walks out of the room. Akko just kind of like lets out like a, "Ooh, that's sucks. That sucks."
Can I real quick just sort of make an insight check on like the things he said?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to be sure.
No, yeah, please go ahead.
That's an 8.
You're pretty sure he's on the up and up? Like you're like 75% sure that you're not about to end up in a cage.
Confidence is key.
You don't get much, but you do have like your vibes are like his vibes are like they're not rancid to your eyes.
All right. So Yoshi is doing what most college-age boys do and burying his problems inside of his chest.
Compartmentalizing.
Maintaining his positive out exterior.
Gotcha. Akko just like that really sucks. I'm really sorry, man. That's a rough deal.
You're in hell, I will rain havoc on those who deserve it.
She kind of like,
I am not afraid of hell. Hell should be afraid of me.
Strong attitude to have.
For once, Kitaro is actually like not cringed by this. Like as much as the revelation that hells and heavens are real is kind of flooring him, saying that he'll exert dominance over them is something that Kitaro
is like
sympathizes with.
She's like,
wow, I'm just trying to make everyone. I'm just trying to help everyone not feel sorry.
Despite the fact that what Tsuyoshi is going through is probably a little more emotional than pragmatic.
Yeah,
Junko, thank you for bringing me here.
Connie is leaning over to Junko and whispering, not that quietly, I think they call this the denial phase?
Oh yeah. So while all this has been going on, human might not be back.
I think humans might still be.
So I did like to set scene a little bit. Like when I denied like the snacks or drinks earlier, I'm also like not going to be sitting with everyone. Just I've been a little bit off to the side.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where like the drinks like started to like got put down, and then like everyone has more or less ignored them. Because of everything.
Connie was a little bit enthusiastic for them, wasn't she?
No, I've been snacking the whole time.
Yeah, let a girl let a girl have her free snacks.
I'm
Connie's
hungry.
Snacking.
So Yoshi downs his drink.
I'm just like imagining like, sorry, Tsuyoshi, you're going to hell no matter what, and then she's just like, that's crazy, just like munch.
Ooh, rice crackers.
So I'm sorry. Things have been a little. Akko kind of like claps her hands a little bit. Like I'm really sorry. I things kind of got away from us. Who are you guys? It's always really incredible to meet like friends of Junko. I never thought that she would be. I thought it would be a little while before she would still be bringing her friends by.
Do we want to say that Michi had to take off also, like in character?
I'm just assuming that this is all happening while the phone call is happening. Potentially.
Oh, okay.
She had something
that's
pop
fine.
up or something along those lines. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just say that like she maybe had to run or something like that after her phone call. or that it's just took a little longer.
Hi, I'm Connie, and I'm the magical girl of Tokyo.
Her eyes kind of like, she's like a little confused, but like a lot excited by that. She's like, what? You're the magical girl of Tokyo.
Are you a magical girl too, just like Ray?
She's like,
Sailor Mars?
She kind of like leans in and whispers, like, I've always been a little bit more of a Venus girl.
Oh no!
I can see it.
But she sort of sits back. She's like, I mean, a little bit, yeah. I mean, like, I'm a priestess of Uzume, who she's kind of like chosen as like to bear her like power in the mortal world, or whatever.
The goddess of entertainment and laughter.
And the dog. So I guess I'm a girl who can do magic. I don't know if I don't really have like a transformation sequence or anything like that. So I mean, I don't know if
we can get you one.
Okay.
It's on my to-do list for sure.
She like turns.
Yes,
she
you
like.
too.
So how did you when did you become like how did you come into being a magical girl? That seems kind of crazy.
Oh, just like a few months ago, I'm studying astrophysics, so I was on campus late, because stars only come out at night. And then
thought it was also very intent on this. Sorry.
A shooting star just landed right in front of me, except then it wasn't a star, it was a bear. And then he forced me to sign a contract, and now
I'm reeling.
I don't have any time for my homework because I have to deal with all these yokai.
She like kind of squints her eyes a little bit. It's like you can actually. I'm gonna roll a history check for her.
Would you like to meet the bear?
That's a nat 20. She like snaps her fingers. She's like, "Oh, you're a champion of Edo."
How do you know that?
Oh, we used to like back when the old champion, the champion of Edo was running around. We used to. Like, our shrine has like a long history of like working together to help coordinate. God, it's been so long. We were starting to get like worried. It's been like. Give me 1 second. I gotta check the date. I just gotta make sure I've got this right. It's been nearly 22 years now since we lost contact with like the last Guardian of Edo. We were starting to be really worried that like that we weren't going to be finding one again. Like somehow the system had broke.
Wait, so you and Connie reaches into her backpack and drags Kumachi out. You know him?
I mean, she like kind of like glances back and forth. She's like, I mean, like I'm 20, so no, I don't. But like, I mean, I know maybe my dad does. I think that like she kind of like thinks for a second, like she's trying to recall some stuff, because like to her this is almost like a history, like something she read about in like a history book. It's not like something that's like real to her, I guess. I think that like each champion has like their own sort of like familiar that's like produced by like the system that like runs like the champion of Edo.
So that's why he doesn't know anything?
I mean, I think that there's like some basic stuff like in there, but I think it's simple. I could check some of our records. It's been a really long time since this thing was set up, and it's been a really long time since we've seen anyone. So like maybe my dad knows more, but damn.
Because even for modern influence, this guy's a real hedonist, as far as we can tell.
I think it's like one of those like, if I remember correctly, I think it's one of those things where it's like it's supposed to like match the person, like it's supposed to be like compatible with like the personality of like the champion. I think it's supposed to be
compatible.
Like this is
I'm squinting at Barry or Connie with this info as well.
Supposed to be like one of your.
Is that
like,
right?
the best match to like motivate you to do stuff.
bad.
I don't know. It's like I'd have to check some of the records. It's not like we're like our shrine or our sect like set up this system to begin with. I mean, it was like 1,000 years ago that this happened.
I'd like to say I think Kumachi is also eating all of Connie's snacks.
Yeah, Kumachi like has just been like kind of like you brought Kumachi out and he was like, I don't have to talk. I'm not gonna talk. I'm just gonna like waddle over and start
just
eating
immediately
your chips.
shoveling food.
He immediately pulled out a comically large cigar.
Indoors.
He
In a
like
shrine.
he realized he started to pull out a cigar and then like realized it was like halfway to lighting it, but then he like realized he was in a shrine and he's just like, actually I'm gonna put this away.
Oh, so you can be polite sometimes.
I don't mess kid, I don't make a business. I don't make a habit of fucking around with the gods.
I feel like that bear just escaped an exorcism.
I don't suppose we could meet the god here, right?
Well, Tokyo Daijingu Shrine is dedicated to Amaterasu, so yeah, I'm probably not. She's kind of a big deal.
That?
I know that like there's like a couple shrines in town that are like a shrine in town dedicated to like earthly ascended like heroes. Like I know Masakado, like there's a couple of shrines dedicated to Masakado lying around that like maybe he's like a little bit more receptive. But like we try not to like mess around too much with like the spirits of the dead, regardless of their sort of like status as divinity. It's one of those things where like we try to make sure they're nice and they're happy and they're well cared for, and we don't like messing with that.
I'm sorry, who is Amaterasu?
Oh, she's like she just it's like all of a sudden it just like occurred to her that you're white. Like she has just like had this like revelation. It's like I had I didn't even know that they would the system would pick someone who's not. She starts to say Eugene, but then she kind of like stops herself because she's like, that might be rude. Someone who's not from Japan.
No.
You're
know,
not.
he just
Wait,
said
she's
I'm the
like
best
she like
person for
stops
the
for a
job.
second. Like you're not from Japan.
Right? Kitaro is like he feels what's going on and he's like, you know what? I'm taking Kumachi and I'm like, let's take a smoke outside.
Hey, all right, we got.
Don't encourage bad habits.
Wait a second. Hey, you got listen. You got a light for me, kid?
I'm not acknowledging the question, but the answer is yes.
Can't believe
like,
no.
I'm walking out.
I was flirting with my bear.
A new ship has arrived.
Oh no!
A new ship.
This is dire. This is.
I'm pretty sure I have competition with checks, but you know, let's.
It's a battle of the mascot characters.
Kumachi and the doll is my long shot.
Yeah. So yeah, so you two go out and like you guys start like you like open.
I'm not expecting this to take long. I'm just trying
to go to like the back door, like to where there's like it lets out into like a small courtyard in the middle of like the thing, and then you guys just like pull out a cigarette, he pulls out a cigar, and you two just start like having a smoke break.
I mean, listen, the health thing it was a lot. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm
on no sleep from many artifacts to look over.
Yeah,
and also a hell of a night yesterday. Anyway,
I was about to say, I would hope that like the Kuchikiona and the medical like all like the dead bodies and stuff maybe had more to do with that, but knowing Kitaro, maybe not.
I mean, listen, expecting a real dead body right in front of you, that's a lot. I've been through that in real life. It's a lot.
It's Kuchi Sakeona.
Kuchi Sakeona. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
You said it right one time.
Yeah, well,
I'm
white.
That's not an excuse. That's actually a reason you probably should be trying to get it right.
I'm sorry.
All right, sorry to interrupt y'all's play by play, but I wanted to.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that was good.
So they go off for a smoke break, and she just sits for she sits for. So like I said, yeah. So you're not like from Japan?
No, I'm from California.
Oh, she like really lights up when you say California. It's like, oh my god, I've always wanted to go to the. I heard the beaches over there are crazy.
Oh, down in Southern California, yeah, I hear they're pretty good, but I'm not from there. I'm from the Bay Area, which is it's very foggy and pretty cold most of the time.
Oh, she's like San Francisco?
Yeah, you got it.
I've seen like a couple different pictures of the bridge you guys got down there, and that looks that looks so crazy.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Wow. And she's just like you can tell that she's just kind of like she's like, wow, California.
Why do they call it Golden Gate? It's not golden at all.
You say that confused me so much when I was a kid.
Christopher is always trying to get me into American things. He keeps trying to get me to listen to the Backstreet Boys, but I'm not quite into A-pop.
Ugh, they're so overrated.
A-pop. Oh my god, A-pop. Give the man a weed point. Give the man a weed point right now.
It's done.
That's fucked up.
Oh, that's how you do
it. But I think Connie would have more questions for Akko.
Yeah.
So we saw a lot of weird things last night, and Junko said that you might have some answers for us, like the two dead bodies. The one that was shoved in the closet. When I found him, there was some magic. And did you tell me what school of magic it was?
It was necromancy.
Necromantic.
Okay. Necromantic magic coming out of the guy's mouth, but it was fading. And there was, I think, the same type of magic on the other guy, on something he had on him.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. She's making a roll here, real quick. That's a 10. She's like, that. I think I've heard of something. You said he was dead, right? Like he was dead and he had necromantic, like it was fading out of his mouth?
Yeah.
No, she like kind of like smacks her head a little, like gives her head like a little tap. Come on, Akko. I think it sounds familiar. I might need to go check the archives and like maybe do like a little bit of research or whatever. But like, yeah, I could totally maybe like help figure whatever that was out. That seems, I mean, it's like obviously sounds bad, but like she like pauses. She's like, tell you what, why don't you go ahead and shoot me your digits, and I'll go ahead and give you a call if I figure anything out.
Connie is very excited to share her phone number with Akko.
Yippee!
So exciting.
Well, yeah, she's like, and then like
Junko isn't jealous.
Wait, you guys have like exchanged phone numbers for a while, and like, actually, I'm gonna roll insight in a second. Junko Akko kind of like Akko kind of like looks over at Junko. It's just like and like notices you kind of like being like and she like literally like throws a whole goes for like a dive side hug on you. It's just like, aw, Junko, don't worry, you know you're always my number one.
Junko does a smiley face IRL.
IRL.
Yeah. But she's like, but yeah, like go ahead and hit me up. I mean, also just like if you happen to find anything, or if like you like need help, or like there's like a situation where maybe you could use some like help from the shrine or whatever, feel free to give us a call. I mean, it's like one of those things where like we totally like worked together with like the champion of Edo like way back when. So like that would be super fine, I think.
Oh, I have so many questions about that too.
Yeah, please go ahead. What can I answer for you?
Oh, right now?
I mean, well, she like kind of glances over to Tsuyoshi and it's just like, almost forgot. She's like, well, if you want to get it together like sometime, or like you guys want to like go ahead and grab lunch, or just like maybe go out for drinks or something. I'd be like super down to like help cover anything.
That would be awesome.
Hell yeah! Hey, maybe like she like kind of like looks at you for a second. It's like, wait, how old are you again?
Old enough?
Girl, I meant to like
Deception.
hit the club. Come
Kitana's
on.
filing back in. She can drink some oolong tea. It's
I think the drinking age in like Japan is like 18, right?
No,
it's 21.
21. It is 21.
I don't know
pretty
about it
sure.
in 1999, but
Yeah,
I
give me
think
1
now
second. I'm
it's
checking.
21.
I'm checking here really quick. Give me like 2 seconds.
I'm pretty sure.
it looks like 20. Yeah,
20.
20,
Gotcha.
yeah. Law prohibiting
Uh,
minors from drinking. 1922. Yeah.
Okay. So, girl, I meant to go hit the bars. Come on. You go to Tokyo U, right?
Yes?
Uh, are you 20?
I can totally be 20. Yeah.
She just like
Didn't
laughs, like, girl, you're a riot. Don't worry. I'll go ahead. I got a guy who can whip up like the best salsa you've ever seen. You and me, we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and hit the club one of these nights.
He thought I was
Okay.
ignoring this because he's also not exactly supposed to be smoking.
Lady Yako, I must ask. Is this
lady?
Okay, when
Yeah,
I say
well,
lady,
she's
when I
slightly
say
older than us, so we should be using respectful speech. Yeah.
when I say lady, I am using Sama.
Oh my god!
basically-
Yeah, she's like, come on, calm down.
Weeb.
Just Akko.
Weep.
I'm just trying to make clear what my language is.
Oh yeah, no,
There's
trust me.
speaking respectfully and being
That's-
specific about Sama.
I get that and I appreciate that. This is very much just like, oh come on, don't worry about it. Just call me Akko.
Akko. No, that doesn't feel right. Lady Akko. I must ask, are we able to, is this temple, like, can we come here from time to time to meet? It seems that our usual meeting place is currently a crime scene. And this seems like a safe
she like
location.
her eyes kind of light up. She's like, oh, well, I mean, it doesn't come up like that often, but like, if like it went down like you said, and like there was a lot of like lingering magic at the scene and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure the government, like the clerics, the government clerics task force, has like I think they kind of like took care of that. I don't like generally when these sort of things happen, they're there to like help clean up the mess a little bit. I mean, like I said, it doesn't happen often. Like a lot, like I mean, maybe a little bit more in like recent years, but like it's not like I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, obviously, I think maybe you're probably gonna get a call, and then like as that happens, your Tsuyoshi, your cell phone goes off.
Oh my god, she's magic.
Caller ID isn't real yet, right?
It's
Caller ID is not real
What?
yet.
I don't think
No.
caller ID is a thing.
Nope.
No.
Okay,
Like
I
phone
picked
books
up-
are.
Moshi Moshi.
Tsuyoshi Saito.
That is the name of a person I know. What would you like with them?
Cute. Mr. Saito, this is Yarimasa Inoue. I'm from the governmental clerical task force. I'd like to arrange a meeting. When would you be available?
What was it, Yarimasa? You know,
Yarimasa Inoue.
Yarimasa
Here,
Inoue.
I'll type it out. I'll type it out in the group chat.
No, I got it.
Thank you.
Master Yarimasa. What would you like from me?
We've received reports.
Oh wait, you spelled it weird.
We've received reports that you have come in contact with a dangerous magical artifact that may or may not have bonded to you. As a matter of course, I am going to need to request a meeting to you to inform you of certain circumstances. As of right now, this is merely he thinks for a moment. Just to make sure that we understand each other. As of right now, no charges are being filed against you, based on the description that has been provided to us.
I'm gonna make the fattest insight check right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 9, baby.
You are not getting a whole lot off of this dude. He's so like matter of fact. Like this is like it's like you're talking to like a guy from like the license bureau. This is just like his job.
Can Connie make a perception check to eavesdrop?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, obviously she can hear Tsuyoshi said, but
you want me to come alone?
Preferably if you'd like. I understand that your guardian. He like pauses, like he's looking at a sheet of information. Yumi Kuroda.
Do not bring her into this.
Understood. I understand. But if you would like to have a family member present, or a guardian present, I understand that you are above the age of majority, but I understand that you are still a college student. Regardless, yes, alone or with a family member or guardian.
I rolled a 15 total.
You rolled a 15. You are hearing. You managed to like catch like what this guy is saying. It's a little tinny, but you're hearing everything.
I'm tempted to ask if I can also do an insight check, but
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Actually, because you're hearing it, like it's like so like kind of like muffled, and it's like at a distance, and it's like
disadvantage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that with disadvantage.
Okay, well I rolled a 6 on the first one, so and then I rolled a 4, so it's 4.
Hey.
Like I said, it's just so tinny. It's just so like you're hearing it from. It's like the effect of like hearing it like a conversation from half a room away. You just can't get anything off this guy.
I'm just happy to snoop.
Mr. Saito.
Is it true that you cleaned up the scene last night?
That will be part of what we talk about, yes.
If that is true, you owe me a pair of shoes.
Mr. Saito, I don't think you understand how this works. As of right now, we owe you nothing. I must insist. When would you be available to meet?
When would I be available to meet? I guess tonight? Can we do tonight? I don't know.
When's his bike ready?
Well, his bike is ready. He just had to get the tire replaced.
Busy day.
Tonight? Very well. If you would, he gives you like an address that's like in the government district near. I think it would probably be in Ginza. I might be off on that. I'd have to kind of go through my map again really quick. But like into the government district in Tokyo. If you would be so kind as to meet me here at 6 o'clock.
Unless something goes terribly wrong, I will be there.
please ensure that it doesn't. I must, Mr. Saito, I must impress the this importance of this meeting for both your future and your relationship in the moving forward with the department.
I see.
Thank you. I will see you there, and then like the line goes dead.
Yarimasa!
Get Gary Mas. She like kind of like Akko kind of like tilts her head like.
I do not believe in keeping.
Know?
I do not believe in keeping things from my club mates. So I will tell you all that I have been summoned tonight.
Your club mates? I like Akko
yes,
is like
all of us. All of us are members of the occult club.
Junko, you didn't tell me you were part of a club.
We're not.
Junko just shakes her head.
I'm not dignifying this either.
You're a funny guy, Tsuyoshi. I'm
If
really
we're part of
sorry
any
you're going.
club,
I'm
it's the
really
National
sorry
Girl
you're going
Club.
to hell or whatever.
I'm going to hell, or hell is coming to me. Either
No,
way.
it's pretty much the latter. It's pretty much the former on that one.
It was an expression.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a dense.
That's no. I'm sure you're not. Actually, that's fine.
She like kind of waves. She kind of like waves you off. She's like, and kind of like as that happens, like it kind of goes like a little bit more to like the side of conversation of like small talk here and there. It's like she's trying to catch up with Junko a little bit. You guys are kind of relaying a little bit more of what happened that night. She as that happens, like she kind of like she's like,
Human had something to say.
Say what?
Human had something to say after learning about Yarimasa.
Oh yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Junko.
Want me to kill this guy? And then when Junko realizes AKO is in the room, she goes, "Don't worry, I was half joking."
Junko, I'm not gonna lie. I catching bodies in this line of work is like, I mean, it's not an impossibility, right? Like, I mean, I've done a little bit of fighting here and there. It's like, I mean, I've never killed anybody, but like, I mean, it's kind of in the air a little bit. I would definitely not like fight the government though. That seems like a bad idea.
He seems to be mostly a talking head. I don't know if like he is not exactly the beef of the organization. It's expressions.
Gotcha. Yeah, sure thing.
Talking Heads is a pretty good band.
I'm not into A-Rock.
I write down on a note to everyone here watches too much TV.
Michi, is everything all right in there? It's been a long time over there.
At this point, Tanaka kind of like comes back into the room. Is there any? Thank you for your patience. We've resolved. I've taken care of what I need to. Is there anything that we can do for you kind folks in the meantime?
I don't think so.
I understand. You see Tsuyoshi kind of passes you like a business card. It's got his name on it. It's got like both the shrine's number and like a personal line for him.
I assume you mean him and not Tsuyoshi.
You said Tsuyoshi.
Well, no, like sorry. Like Tanaka hands Tsuyoshi a card.
Oh.
Young man, if you happen to have any further developments, or if you need assistance or he says like, or if you would like some sort of spiritual counseling, to help you kind of come to terms with your current situation, please feel free to reach out at any time. I am once again very sorry that I cannot offer more aid at this time. I will be doing my best to try to find some sort of a solution.
Thanks, Detdet. I was really in need of a father figure.
Incredible. But if that's all, I apologize for my discourtesy, but I'm afraid that I must be returning to my duties. If you would like to like take a look at our archives, I'm sure Akko could help you find anything that you might be looking for. Otherwise, please have a good day. And then you see he kind of like excuses himself from the room. Does anyone have anything?
Is very kind.
Yeah, Dad's always been like, he's always just like a big old softy. He has trouble saying no to people. My mom really just
He
like
seems
walks
really
all over.
nice.
Yeah, my mom like walks all over him. It's really funny.
Aside from reporting me to the magic
Oh.
police.
Well, he had
She
to
kind
do
of like
that.
she kind of like grimaces a little bit. She's like, I'm like really sorry. Like yeah, please understand that, like, you know, it's like this is just something we have to do. And listen, this I know it seems scary. I don't think it's going to be like a big like a major deal, I guess. I like she kind of like stops herself because she's like I'm sorry, I don't think that as long as you're not like
He thought it was
as long as you're not
seeing
like
the
actively
discomfort. Oh, good.
as long as you're like not actively like going to like go around like hurting people or like wishing for like 1 billion yen or something like that, I don't think it's going to be that big a problem. Like I said, like Dad said, like you're a victim in this. Um,
Well, if there's any takeaway that's positive, it's that this power is in my hands and not in the hands of criminal syndicates and or a cult.
she like nods. She's like, yeah, you guys mentioned that. Yeah, that would have been like really bad, because like she says like listen, going to hell is like bad, obviously, but like if you're part of like an organization like the Yakuza or like Shinrikyo, like if they got their hands on this sort of thing, like that would be like really bad, because like I mean, you know, they either hand it to a guy who like is like fine with like going to hell forever, or was like already probably gonna go to hell forever. I mean, like, you know how it is. And like that's like a really like that's powerful. That's like that would have been like awful. Um she's like,
Question.
if anything, we got like kind of lucky that like that Kuchisake Onna like showed up when it did, because like otherwise like the Yakuza would have it, and then like I mean, God, who knows how like Tokyo would look if they got like a wish doll.
I don't suspect it was luck that it showed up. I feel like there's a reason we haven't seen yet. Do you have
I
something
mean,
to say, Connie?
yeah, Connie, do you got anything?
Oh, me. I thought you said kami, as in like
Whoa,
God.
whoa. We're getting
Got anything
political
to
side of
say,
things a little
God.
faster than I thought we would.
Yeah, no, suddenly every single thought leaves my mind.
That's okay, we can come back.
Connie would ask, so they somehow knew that doll was there. Do you think they would have some way of finding it again and tracking Tsuyoshi down?
This was another thing on my mind.
It's like I was saying before, like that when it wasn't bound to like anything, it was like obviously letting off like really bad vibes, like magically or whatever. Like I mean, we could tell over here at the shrine, like as like the guardian, as like the champion of Edo, like I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it. Like I'm guessing that's like why you were there.
Oh, I thought I was there because of the monster.
Well,
I mostly just hit things.
Oh, girl, don't worry about it.
And you do it well.
Like,
Thank you.
Girl slay. Don't worry, you're good.
You should have seen that monster. One time she hit it so hard that it landed on the ground and bounced back up.
Damn,
Oh, yeah, that was pretty
girl,
cool.
you got some arms on you.
She does have a massive
summon
hammer.
My big hammer. Just
Oh,
the
God,
hammer to show her.
In a shrine? I'm.
Why not? It's a big space hammer.
I didn't even bring my gauntlet. I was like, I can't bring that to a shrine.
Do you actually like pop it out? Like, cause like you can just summon
Yeah, my
it
big
into your hand.
hammer.
Yeah,
Like, I
she's like,
used this.
yo, her like eyes light up. She's like, that's so fucking cool.
Right? It looks just like a magical girl weapon. You see it has wings right here and a big star.
Like, I mean, I've seen some like Guardians of Edo who like have their weapons and it's just like a sword or like a katana or like like one guy apparently like had
No
like a bow
wings
and
or
arrow.
sparkles?
Like, nah, it was just like some sword. It was like I'm
That's
like
so boring.
like, right? Like, you gotta have like a little bit of flair, right?
Absolutely. Some people just don't understand.
Have you named your weapon yet?
Say what?
Have you
I need
named
to
Have you named your
weapon
weapon?
yet? Of course,
Do
you
I
need
need
to
to?
name it.
I mean, you can't. Like, that's up to you. If you would like to
Names
name it,
contain power.
or if you would just like to continue to refer
Oh.
to it as like my big ass space hammer.
In ritualism, names contain power.
Is that true?
I
I'll have to think of a name.
I think so. I might have said something like really stupid just now, but I'm pretty sure.
Like, listen, it's either or considering like who Tsuyoshi is as a person. Like, I mean, like, sure, like names can like have like power, but I don't think that like I don't think it's like. I mean, if it's like a hammer, I guess. It'd be cool
It's
if
a
it had
black
a
hole
name.
hammer.
Well, I mean, she's just like I don't think it matters like that much, but like I mean, hey, if like name like it's always fun to be able to name your shit.
Consider the
Definitely.
name
I'll think of something.
Event Horizon.
Oh,
That's
that's a
pretty
good
solid.
one.
God, this is Connie like slowly coming around on Tsuyoshi.
I do think that's a little long-winded. Because you're gonna have to add that to attack names. I don't know.
Connie is very busy thinking right now
Incredible.
of names for her hammer.
All right, does anyone have any other questions for like Akko or like the shrine or whatever?
I mean, my meteor hammer is called Sacred Treasure Lost to Time.
Oh, like one of the three sacred treasures, like the Magatama, the
Yasukana no Magatama.
Yeah, or like
That's actually the head of my meteor hammer. Is a replica of the Yasukani no Magatama.
Oh, I think. Wait a second. Like, do you pull? Like, wait, do you have it on you? Like, do you pull it out?
Of course, I'm always strapped.
She's like, oh, we sell those in the gift shop. That's so cute.
This one's a little bit heavier, though. I carved it myself.
Oh,
Connie is gonna look at her hammer, look at his hammer, and go.
She's like, you know what?
Mine's
Actually,
bigger.
yeah, you're right.
He's shaming his hammer.
The different types of hammers. This one's like a
bunch of hammers today. It's a very hammer based day.
This one's like a half-pound mace head attached to the end of a 10-foot rope.
Incredible.
If Kataro hadn't just taken a smoke break, he would have gone for another one.
So
during this hammer measuring contest,
he's like, whatever. I got a pneumatic pile bunker. It's fine.
So Yoshi is also infinitely dense.
Incredible. So do any of you guys
the
have
energy
like,
of all the hammerheads in a room is heavy.
Well, like even like Junko's like got a pipe. Like
Junko's got a cool ass crossbow.
Junko's about to do some.
Yeah, Junko's got like a pipe
toad.
and like a crossbow.
Like a full ass crossbow.
Mm-hmm. I'm also gonna like Junko. I'm also gonna say that like this is something that like the shrine gave you. Like you didn't just have this from like you just didn't have a crossbow lying around. They're like, so like as like a priestess of Amaterasu, you might come into situations where it may be necessary to get into combat. it's not gonna be good if you go in unarmed and then they hand you like a actual crossbow. Like
Oh my god!
I can dig it. That
Damn.
makes sense.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
human! You weren't here before stream when I suggested calling Connie Sailor Cygnus.
Incredible. Does anyone have any other questions for like Akko or like conversation topics they want to like bring up or whatever?
Nope.
So Akko and Junko, either of you can answer this. Well, I suppose Junko specifically. What is the nature of your powers?
Can I roll for this?
What, like deception? Oh, like or just like the nature of your power, because like that you're like the chosen of Amaterasu. Like Amaterasu like chose you to like sort of be like a part of her like sort of like bear a piece of her power and like use it in her name on like Earth. Like that's like something that the shrine was familiar with, and they kind of like explained to you at
And I
when
know
you
about how I met her, so I guess I don't need to roll.
yeah. No, you wouldn't need to roll for that. You know.
Okay, so Junko explains that and explains how she was at the library, visit your local library, and felt a connection.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and pop in and kind of like elaborate just a little bit. So
Please do.
when yeah, gotcha. When Junko had been like doing like a school project like where she had been working on this like really it was like this like local it was like this like folklore like it was a religious studies class or something like along those lines, and she was just like doing a lot of research into like the gods and like Amaterasu in particular, and like the legend of like Amaterasu in the cave, like she like was reading that and she felt this like real like empathetic connection to like wanting to like hide yourself away from the world. um and from that point she sort of like decided to go and like visit her shrine. She had never been like I don't think Junko had been like very religious prior to this experience, right?
Nope.
No. Um, so she went and visited the Tokyo Daijingu Shrine, and while she was like here, she decided to like pray and like kind of like just kind of knelt before the shrine, and she felt this like sort of divine connection open up. Like she like it was like the goddess sort of like deposited like a shard of her power, and then Akko recognized like that happening. Like she like the people in the shrine kind of knew what was going on, and like Akko was like the first one to her, and she was like kind of like made friends with her and kind of told her exactly what had been going on and like what her like what this kind of meant for her. So yeah, she's been doing this for about like a couple months now, right? Like I want to say like 3 or 4.
That's super cool because isn't Akko like a follower of Ame no Uzume?
Yeah,
I would say
exactly.
so.
And Ame no Uzume pulled Amaterasu out of the cave, so she's trying to take you out on every night to get you out of your shell.
Aww.
Wow, it's thematic parallels are really cool. I really love thematic parallels.
I really like that you wrote this, Dettet.
Yeah. I was like, no, this is like sick. I really like. I'm like, she's got to have like a Gyaru shrine maiden friend who's always trying to get her to go out clubbing.
He will
That's
never
Ame
pull
no
Junko out
Uzume.
of the closet though.
Can't catch me, gay thoughts.
Ayo.
But yeah, so that's sort of like what's going on with like Junko and like her powers and like her deal with like Amaterasu.
I see.
Um,
I had hoped that your your sort of divine source would help me give me a lead on the divinity that I have to contact.
Now, actually, that's not like a terrible like thing because like as go You know what? Go ahead and roll me like an Arcana check really quick.
I love rolling Arcana checks.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Detdet.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 19.
As she's kind of relaying this to you, like this feeling of like this sort of divine energy entering into her body, and like this like kind of like piece of the divine entering into her, you realize that like that sounds like kind of like how like your soul is working with the um with the contract, or like this connection you have with the doll. Like, it's not like you don't have like a full theory yet. Like, you're not 100% on this, and it's definitely going to require like more like research and like more sort of like maybe looking into like going into maybe going into the archives at the temple and doing more research into specifically like the chosen of the gods. um but like you're getting an inkling that maybe there's something there that could potentially be useful, either just to understand more about your own condition, um or to potentially like as like something you could use to like deal with the effects.
Excise the doll.
Yeah, sort of.
I mean, the ideal situation is that I would get my soul back and also like allow the souls of the dead that reside within the doll to rest peacefully.
I mean,
But
in an ideal world, we live in reality, unfortunately.
I could also go the Naruto route and just try to make friends with it.
I mean, yeah, as long as you're fine with going to hell. That's like a hard and fast rule, dog. I'm sorry.
Let's be honest, without the doll, would Tsuyoshi end up in heaven?
Listen, that's between you
Heavens
and
and
God.
hells are more complicated than that, I feel like.
Oh yeah, like
Shinto.
Yeah, Shinto is like a much more sort of like everyone goes to Yomi, but some people go to the bad parts of Yomi. It's very much more like a Hades type situation than like heaven and hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, are we going hard and fast Shinto, or is it one of those things Shinto Buddhism mix? Because I could always be like a barnacle or something.
Your soul has been endlessly
Your eternal soul
bound to like
a water flea.
You will never be free of the wheel. You have been denied nirvana.
Oof.
I mean,
that's an oof for
in
me.
this world where like many religions like are like, yeah, no, that's correct.
I will be in a
there's a lot of stuff going on where you may be in trouble in certain places or not in trouble in other places. If you want to look into world religions, I mean, hey, I'd be happy to explore that aspect of the setting. I've done some thinking.
I'll be lost in Gandharva. Somewhere in the grand triclyloclism.
You're sorry, you're going straight to Naraka, my man. You're going to the bad place.
No, that game's bad.
You're stuck playing Blade Point forever.
It's Fortnite with swords.
All right. Well, if that's all, I think we're gonna go ahead and just say that you guys hang out for a little bit while, like you kind of get more into like the tea and the snacks and stuff.
I show everyone the drawings I made last night of manga versions of all of us.
Akko's like really impressed that like you're doing like you're at like your art, because like you're like, wow, you're not bad.
That's what every artist wants to hear, is not bad.
Well, yeah. Oh, come on. You know what I mean. Don't be like that.
That was the thing that bothered me like a lot. In high school art class, I'd show my classmates my pictures, and they'd say, that's not bad, actually. And it was always the inclusion of act. It's the inclusion of the word actually that really got to me.
Incredible. All right. Well, with that, then we're going to go ahead and say, like, you guys kind of like hang out for like another like a little while. You get to know Akko a little bit more. You guys are exchanging some small talk here and there.
You get burger.
Wait, Akko isn't a student, right? Just checking.
Akko, She's
Yeah,
like,
she's full-time
nah,
shrine,
I just work at the shrine. Like, I mean, I could have, like, my dad was
Yeah,
like,
not everyone goes to
maybe you should go
university,
to
that's fine.
university or whatever. But I'm like, I don't like care about like school or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I got
That
this
was more like, would
job and I got
Kitaro
like,
like recognize her? Yeah, or anything.
yeah, no, she doesn't attend like any kind of school, or she's just like, hey, she works at the shrine and then she goes clubbing at night, and that's like where she's at right now.
Did Akko
I love that.
Did Akko only give phone number to the girls?
I mean, she could like if she's like, oh, I mean, like if you want it, like she
Yeah,
like thinks about it for like a second, but she's like, I mean, yeah, like if you want to like give me a call sometime or something or like whatever, like I mean, like if you guys like want to go clubbing too or whatever, I mean, like a friend of Junko's a friend of mine.
So that whole trading contacts conversation happened while Kitaro was out, and so on
I'm
like
assuming this is coming. I'm assuming this is coming out while like during like this like sort of
okay,
like,
during the sequence. Okay, but no, Kitaro's not like gunning for her number or anything. So
Kitaro is like, she's like, he's like, I don't care, and he's
no,
like,
it's more like I don't know. It's like is Akko like leaving now? Because I was trying to catch her on the way out, kind of.
oh well, yeah. I mean, like if you guys like,
Unless
it's one
anyone
of
else
those
had
things where
something.
like you guys are kind of like leaving. If you want to like linger behind for a little bit and like catch her or whatever.
So yeah,
It seems-
Kitaro like on the way out is like so all that lore was interesting, but I want to see if there's anything practical here. So do you think I could contact you sometime through Junko and see what y'all's powers are about?
Oh well, I mean,
If Junko's receptive to that also.
she's like, well, I mean, like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, we also have like access to our archives, which like are like has like a lot of like it's like a bunch of like like
My eyes are very much
some of
gleaming at like access to shrine, because like obviously I had assumed, or Chitaro had assumed that like kind of all the information that was being dished out was like barely need to know basis kind of, but
I
like
mean,
the idea of getting more access here is really really interesting.
I mean, like, and we like I said, my dad said, like, I mean, we could show you, like, if you like, I can just like show you to the archives real quick.
Yeah, by all means, absolutely.
And she's like, kind of like waves off everyone else and just like Junko, you know the way out, right? Like, you guys have a good day. It's nice meeting you guys. Sorry you're going to hell, Tsuyoshi. And
Have
like
fun
she
in
kind of
hell.
like she kind
Faith,
of
I
like,
will break this curse.
that's a positive
That's the
attitude, buddy.
spirit.
Yeah, we're fuck yeah, you're gonna get that.
The transition from weird to your
Devastating.
Akko's a very funny character. I'm really enjoying playing her.
I thought she was gonna think I was a bigger freak.
I think she like there's like
The
a moment
line,
of you
sure
getting hit
give
with a
everyone
raw
pause.
like going to hell no matter what has really done a lot to soften your behavior in her eyes. So yeah, she goes ahead.
Guys,
Like,
I found the
escorts
D4.
you. Hell yeah!
Hey,
We're
it didn't kill
did
you.
did you find it by stepping on it?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
Incredible. So yeah, she goes ahead and leads you over to the leads you over to the archives, kind of like shows you around. If you want to roll like an investigation or even like an arcana or like one of those,
I mean,
whatever you would like to use to like kind of explore this library, feel free to
let's
go
do
ahead.
investigation.
While
That is a 2, but an 8. So
okay, so
not amazing.
A lot of these are really old, and like you can tell that there's some stuff here, but like a lot of them are using like references and like are making reference to stuff and like using like sort of like this old school like dialect, and like you don't recognize some of the kanji. It there's stuff here, but it's going to take more time than probably what you have today to be able to like decipher get anything useful out of it.
The mysteries here definitely exceed me, but I'll be back to check this out maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Like maybe during like a downtime event, like
Yeah.
when we do like a downtime between arcs or something like that, you can like.
I mean, apparently this is the new occult club rendezvous So,
like I said, I don't think that I don't actually think that he should issue
that
an answer.
wasn't accepted. Yes, so but I did want to say that. Yeah.
If we all start meeting in the occult club room, you guys have to admit that you're part of the occult club.
Yeah, like what Akko basically said was like, hey, like the occult club is like fine. The bodies have been cleaned up and like no one knows what happened, so you guys are like good to go. Or like you should be good to go.
Like, that room is still probably really traumatic.
Listen, whether or not you want to be meeting in a room where you have discovered where you knew that like 2 dead bodies were like not like a couple days ago, that's on you guys. But that's a space that you have access to.
I live around the corner basically, so it's fine. Or as in, I'm living in the lab, not really, but yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kitaro had a cot.
Hammock.
But yeah, incredible. But yeah, so that would be it. Like, would you want to like go ahead? If you wanted to, we could go ahead and like kind of do your meeting here real quick.
Yeah, I kind of want to, like he said, to bring like a guardian or family member, right?
Like that's like kind of the allowance he's making you because like you're still like pretty young. Like you're technically an adult, but
I could not ask my fellow clubmates to go with me, could I?
I don't think he would appreciate that. No. You definitely don't get the vibe that he would appreciate that. He does not seem like the kind of guy to fuck around with that sort of thing.
All right, okay.
Whether or not,
I thought for a second about like claiming like that Connie was totally a family member or something.
He's like, yes, my sister Junko, my white sister Connie, my my ambiguously brown friend Kitaro.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
I guess I go alone, but I do tell everyone the specific address that I'm going to, and that if I'm not found tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, guys, this is probably going to be like very like Tsuyoshi centric. And then we're probably going to be ending afterwards. If you guys have other stuff that you'd like to like get off to or whatever, don't feel like you got to stick around.
Do what?
So yeah, I guess I'll save my stuff for later. Yeah,
oh, sorry. What do you have?
No, so so
Library
before, because I didn't want to take up time when we were, like when we had a hard out. So, but I was wondering if we wanted to do my character trying to call his mom.
Okay, yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Finally, because he can't let that out forever or let that sit forever.
Does anyone else? Because I know like I said this was going up till 9 because like I know Fiend had to dip at that point. But like I'm about to say, if anyone wants to like keep going or like has like a personal scene that they want to run through, feel free to stick around. It may take a little bit to kind of come around because some of the stuff is maybe like whatever, like a little bit longer. But like I said, if you want to, feel free to stick around. I encourage people like be able to sit around and like enjoy people like role play and like kind of know what's going on with them. But don't feel like you got to stick around.
Yeah, for sure.
I can stick around.
All right. Connie, Junko, do you have anything that you guys would like to run? Like any scene that you would like want to like take care of that maybe wouldn't fit into like a sort of like a larger group context?
I can't.
Nope,
think
not
of
right now.
anything.
All right, sounds good. Kitaro, I think we're gonna go ahead and do you first because I think that's probably going to not take as long.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second here. Let me scroll down to some stuff. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So you go ahead and you're going to go ahead and call your mom. Like I'm assuming you're doing
for
it
sure.
from like your cell phone.
Like
or whatever.
yeah. So we disbanded from the shrine stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming this is after you've left the archive.
Yeah, this is well after, I'd say. All right, yeah, okay. So it's been long enough. I now that the temple has kind of settled like some of the mystery of what has happened, I've decided. Okay, I'll go ahead and call her and let's see what the business was.
Mm-hmm. The phone rings the phone rings a couple times. before like because it's around dinner time, so like you were expecting your mom to be home. It, like rings a couple times, and then you hear the click comes up. It's like, hello.
Hi, Mom. How's it going?
Hey, Kitaro, it's good to hear. It's good to hear from you. Like she you can't like go ahead and roll me inside actually.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that is 18.
Okay. You she it's not that you can't determine whether or not she's like happy or like glad to hear from you or like kind of upset that you haven't been calling. It's more that she can't decide. Um because like I'm assuming this has been a while since you guys have talked.
Yeah. Okay. All
When is
right.
the last time? When is the last time
So
you guys have spoken?
so Kitaro has started making excuses. Let's say it's not too often, like let's say like briefly every other week,
Gotcha.
kind of. But yeah, sorry, Mom. It's some really strange stuff has happened. I actually kind of wonder if you know what's going on recently.
What? What? I mean, I know the department is. I know the anthropology. The cultural anthropology department's been getting on my ass about your experiments again. Apparently, you've broken another artifact. Like there's some sort of like brazier or something. Or like
Sigh.
you is like that what you're talking about, or is there something
No.
else that I should be worried about?
Listen, I'm sorry, but they don't need to be going to you for that. And anything they want to hold against me, they can put on me. Uh,
Kitaro,
Kitaro is a little energized by this.
she she kind of like she doesn't quite cut you off, but like she comes pretty close. She's like, Kitaro, I'm your mother. I am a point of contact and I'm a point of authority in your life, supposedly. I am closer to, and I am also faculty at the university. Of course, they're going to come to me, regardless of whether or not like I technically have authority over this. Of course, I'm going to be informed. She's like a pause, like whether or not like you can't quite tell if she's like waiting for you to respond or if like she's like letting the point sink in. But eventually there's like another like a sigh from the end of the line. I understand that you've been fixated on this point of research lately. I understand that you want to be more independent. I was very similar when I was your age. Maybe not quite so hyper focused on research, but I understand wanting to be a little bit independent. All I ask is that you understand how this reflects upon me. Because, like it or not, your actions do reflect on me.
Kitaro is pretty sheepish. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to get this to reflect on you. And he's like, but in any case, it's there's kind of been more important stuff going on recently, though. Uh, Kitaro is like
Okay.
hesitating on whether he should inform like ask his mom if she's like aware that like there were two
Magic
murders
is
that happened
real.
on the school. Yeah, and magic is real too.
Do you want to elaborate on that at all? Because as of right now, I don't
No,
know what
okay.
you're talking
What
about.
what was her field of study again? I keep because
She's the head of
she's
the
humanities,
classical.
right?
Yeah, she's like the head of
Classical lit. Okay.
classical literature.
Yeah, no. And Guitar definitely doesn't like give her the deets. He's just saying it seems like some strange stuff has been happening on campus, and he's hoping that it's so Kitaro is like as like a school like oriented person has really like struggled a little bit with like not going to like any authority here because the fact that there hasn't been any evidence or anything has gone down is a little bit spooking.
Mm-hmm. Like it's been cleaned up so well.
Yeah, this is it's like okay, then this needs to be kept close to the chest. So he's
Uh,
not giving it away yet. Yeah.
okay. So, like, is there anything that you're trying to say instead of that? Like, are you trying to make up like something instead of like what's happening, or are you just kind of like, don't worry about
No,
it. Never mind.
yeah, he's relying on like on like being passe, like just there's been a lot going on, and besides that, I'm already busy enough. Was there something you needed? Because this initiated from being informed by Motoshige, I think.
I just
Is that his name?
yeah,
Yeah.
Motoshige
Okay.
Kajiwara.
Yeah. So
I just asked Professor Kajiwara to let me know because you missed our last call. You missed our call in like the last 2 weeks. I just wanted to make sure that things were all right. I've been hearing word back. There's like a deep sigh, and it's just
yeah, we're both sighing here, and then I'm like, it's all right. You don't have to contact me quite that often, Mom.
You're my son. I want to talk to you. That's why I asked you to talk. I want to know. I understand that you want to be more independent, but I still want to be a part of your life.
I mean, all right.
Is that
I'm sorry.
so
Like
unreasonable?
I'm trying to be a little filial here. Like, okay, yeah, you're entirely right, Mom. All right, and like anything to get her off of the call, kind of.
You're like, yes, okay, yes.
Yeah, very.
I
like she should understand what behavior this is. Yeah.
Okay, just if something comes up, like if you're in trouble or anything or something, just keep me in mind. That's all I'm asking.
Of course, Mom.
Okay. Well, you have a good night. Good luck with your research. I understand that you've gotten a couple new samples recently. Kajiwara has been consulting with me every once in a while when I stop by and ask, despite my better judgment.
All right, keep safe.
There's like a pause, like she wants to say something more, but she just kind of decides to let it go. She's like, "I love you, Kitaro. Good night."
Goodbye.
Ooh, no, I love you too. That's fucked. The line goes dead.
Yeah.
Ooh, harsh.
And yeah, that's your call into your mom. Anything else you want to? How is Kitaro feeling in this moment?
This isn't a strange feeling. He is a little bit he's still a little bit defeated by the situation that he can't like convey. Like he doesn't expect his mom could help with the whole supernatural issue.
Mm-hmm. But it's like one of
Like
those
rationally speaking, she probably would have some like expertise and information that could help here, but he can't rely on her here. He's like it's simultaneously like he doesn't think it'd be worth it, and also he's worried about her safety. Again, the whole cover up is very strange.
Like he's like, you're suddenly like you were like dipping your toes into the kiddie pool on one end, trying to figure out what's going like these phenomenon or whatever, and now you're suddenly in the deep end.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and move over. We're going to kind of like slide over to the government district in Tokyo, where Tsuyoshi, you have.
First,
yes.
I would like to, before then, go home.
Okay.
Just sort of put all of my weapons and all of my gadgets.
Yeah.
And I just put them under my bed.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to try to leave the doll?
I feel like it's the subject of the meeting. I'm sure. I think you might want to see it.
Okay, gotcha.
It won't stay there.
Yeah, okay.
On my way out the door, I pass by my aunt, and I start to try to say something, and then I lose my nerve, and I just say, "I'm going out."
Well, again?
And I don't answer.
You just got back. Tsuyoshi! And then, like, the door closes.
And I get off my bike. I get on my bike, and I go away.
go like, and then, like, as you're kind of like as you're like traveling the roadways of Tokyo and like you're kind of darting in and out of traffic and doing, you're doing motorbike stuff. Uh, you just keep hearing in the back of your mind, there is nothing you can do. You will be dragged to hell.
Is that the doll saying that, or is that a
No,
memory?
that is just like the memory of like you just can't get it out of your mind.
Forcing flashbacks. That's a weak point for Detdet.
That's not a flashback. That is an
The
active thing
council's
that's happening
evaluated
to
this
you
and
right now.
no.
Flashback to a thing we just learned.
Fuck, no, come on. I don't deserve a weed point for that. Anyways.
Yeah, that deserves a shonen point
or
something. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
There's something where this is more applicable. Danganronpa.
How is Tsuyoshi feeling in the moment? Because it's been a big day for Tsuyoshi. It's been a lot of big days for Tsuyoshi.
He's taking this, when he's alone, he's taking it incredibly seriously.
Okay. So this is like he's like racking his brain. He's trying to think of like potential like I'm assuming like that idea that he kind of hit on when like Junko was like describing the nature of her abilities.
He's thinking, and he's just sort of sighing, being like, "Can't run forever."
Mm-hmm. You're finally special.
Yeah.
With that, yeah, you kind of roll up onto this like it's like a fairly nondescript building. It's not like completely unadorned. It's not like one of like the larger like buildings. It's not like a huge shiny new building. It's like kind of it's not quite like run down, but it's like nondescript. It's a relatively large building, however. In the Tokyo's government district, you walk in and like there's like a middle-aged woman sitting at the desk. Hello, can I help you?
I have an appointment.
Do you know who it is? Who may I be speaking to? Or do you know who you have your appointment with?
Mr. Inoue.
Ah, okay. You must be Tsuyoshi. Yes, if you'll, she kind of like stands up if you'll follow me. And then she kind of like leads you deeper into the building where there's like more offices and like you can go ahead and roll me perception.
Advantage. So the first roll
Oh
is
no,
nat 20.
Oh well. I keep forgetting about the eye patch. Damn.
Second roll was a 6.
Smells a little weird in here, but like other than that, you can't really, you know. That's about it. You guys, like I said, you guys are like led a little bit further into the building. You're kind of going around some twists and some turns. Kind of weird how many twists and turns you're making. It's like you're starting to be like you didn't think that the building was quite this deep, but I mean clearly there's some stuff going on here. And then eventually you're like kind of led to like this nondescript office door. There's a like the secretary or like the front desk lady like knocks on the door. There's like a muffled exchange as like she kind of pokes her head in, and she kind of like gestures you into the room.
He enters.
As you do, you see like a fairly standard it's not like quite a cubicle or something like that. Like it's like a little bit more adorned than that, but not much. There's like a picture on the wall of like a man and a woman with like a small child like between the two of them. It's young enough that you can't really tell the gender. Um, and in like sitting at the desk like kind of like going through a couple things on his computer and like he's got a couple documents like pulled up. Go ahead and once again roll me perception.
So that's 3.
Just some documents. you go ahead and sit down as like the man turns to you. He's got like a very stern face. Like he's got like once again he's kind of like he's probably like on the early side of 40. Um he's got like a very like no nonsense haircut. It's like very like it's not quite like a cropped or it's not like a military haircut, but it's like very short, very professional. Um he's got like a very stern expression. He's like a little bit tall. Just a very like if you saw this dude sitting on the train, you're just like, this is some office worker. Um, maybe takes his job a little too seriously. Um, he kind of like nods at you. He's like, Mr. Saito, thank you for taking the time out to join me. My name once again is I just had this. Why am I suddenly forgetting? My name is Yarimasa Inoue. I represent the Japanese government in matters of matters of the supernatural, both to facilitate good relations between the moonlit world and the nation of Japan. Um, I understand that you've been through quite a lot in the last day or so.
I think so, yeah.
Uh, would
It's a bit
you
harrowing,
care?
really.
Sorry, what was that?
It's a bit harrowing, really.
That like there's like a moment where you just get like maybe a flash of like not quite sympathy, but just like acknowledgement or like some like empathy. You notice also that he's got like really deep eye bags. Like this man's tired. Um, I can understand that. Do you mind walking me through the events of yesterday evening? Or potentially even or let's say do you want to tell him like about like how you guys discovered the doll?
Um, I mean, like it was some guy that you didn't even name that found it, isn't it?
um yes, give me 1 second. If let me
Did you come up with a name for the guy?
I kind of forgot to come up with a name for the guy.
I mean, just he never gave you his
Jozu.
name. You would never.
No, it's a club member. His name is Jozu.
Jozu.
Oh, okay.
My clubmate Jozu found it. He is pretty fascinated by what it was. He didn't quite understand, and neither did we at the time exactly what we were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
The more we looked into it, the weirder it seemed. Eventually, that guy just quit the club and left. I guess we should have done the same.
Please continue.
After that, we looked into it, and my partner in crime, my blood brother Christopher, uh, he called me one night, last night, and informed me that through preternatural means of his own, he had received a message from what he calls another dimension, telling him to look into the doll. So
At
we
this
went.
Yarimasa kind of like holds up his hand for a second. Yes, excuse me. Your associate Christopher Wataru Chihara.
That is his name, his full legal name.
Mm-hmm. And you said he came upon this information that something was active through the doll through, you said, dimensional means.
I am not fully aware of how his powers works. He claims that they come from a different dimension. It's very long and complicated, and has very minimal standing in the situation.
You see, he kind of like takes like a couple notes, and then he gestures for you to continue.
So we went to the school that night, and it seems we weren't the only ones there that night. However, interestingly enough, um, me and the others that were involved uh, were the only people in the school at the time. Suspiciously so. There was no faculty or cleaning crews or anything such as that.
Mhm.
And there's no other way to say this. We got attacked by ghosts, and I got big
Yes.
scissor lady.
He said he kind of like yes. Our team recovered fragments of what appeared to be anatomy models.
I sure hope that you have the funding to replace those. Our school is struggling.
Don't as part of our cleanup procedures, we have replaced all we have replaced and repaired all the damages that were wrought last night. Uh, Once again, please continue. You said that there was a ghost, a woman with a large pair of scissors.
A woman with a large pair of scissors, and she just kept saying, "Am I beautiful? Am I beautiful?" That sort of thing. You know, the
He makes
classic.
he makes a couple more notes.
And afterwards, there was well, we beat them. We destroyed them
Mhm.
quite efficiently.
You said that there were others as well who had been found themselves drawn to the scene. Would you
I will not be providing names unless you can guarantee their safety.
Aw, thanks.
there's a
You.
pause, and he nods. Understand. As of right now, there is no further investigation that will be done on these individuals beyond what information you are willing to provide, uh, unless that changes, unless something is brought to our attention where that needs to change. Please continue.
Okay. After that, we entered the club room and found a dead body, two dead bodies, and the doll. From a preliminary investigation, maybe maybe it would have been best if we all had just left and contacted the nearest authorities. But for some reason, we decided to look into it, and we determined that there was two people there, one yakuza and the other cult member of the
Onshim Rikyo.
Anshin Rikyo and the what was the Kiposhi Syndicate, or was it the other one?
It was the Kaposhi
Kaposhi.
Syndicate.
Okay. The Kiposhi Yakuza and the Anshin Rikyo cult member, and it seemed clear that the Yakuza had killed the cult member, and that the Scissors Lady had killed the
Mm.
the Yakuza.
Mm. He nods, makes a couple notes. Go ahead and what skill? What skill?
Now I suspect that there's a biovirus underneath the lab building that can kill ghosts.
Hmm. A, you see him kind of mutter to himself as he's writing down, like, biovirus lab building. You can see that he is. Go ahead, roll me perception real quick.
First roll's a 16, the second roll's a 4, so that's a 5.
Yeah, you don't see. I mean, he's writing. his pen's moving. Go ahead and roll me an insight check really quick.
Okay, it's not much better, but at least I don't have disadvantage. This is gonna be 14.
14. You notice that he makes note. He makes like a little bit more notes when you say that the man was a Kaposhi Syndicate member.
I see. Um, After that, oh, we did. If you were unable to identify the body, it's because we stole his pen. We do have in our possession the pin.
Okay, well,
Is there?
I
He pauses for a second. He looks up at you, like
Okay,
he still has
bootlicker.
that very stern, very tired expression on his face. Now, why did you feel the need to remove this?
I did
this
not do
pin?
that. I did not do that. I did not recommend we do that. Someone did it, and I
Sir,
don't remember why.
Mr. Saito. You said you don't remember why your group had done that.
I just don't. That I don't feel like I was involved in that decision. I don't even know if I was
Okay.
looking when it
Okay,
happened.
that's fine.
so you gave away that we took something that you didn't know that we took?
No, you definitely talked about it in the
many
diner,
notes,
but like
many
I'm sure it was a
notes.
notable thing that we did, but I'm still like, wow.
Tattletale.
He's writing a lot right now.
if you want me to acquisition it, I can try.
For now, I would just like you to continue.
After that, the body fell out of the closet onto Connie.
Mm-hmm.
You're muttering her name out loud after you say
he puts down a notice. You say Connie.
No, the con.
Wow, throwing the
Congresswoman?
white girl under the bus.
Mr. Saito, Mr.
No,
Saito,
I
please
said
continue.
I said Kami, a member of the Communist Party.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me deception with disadvantage.
Okay, that's a 12.
He writes down a couple notes.
The Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, that's definitely what he wrote.
He looks up at you, and he as you say Chinese Communist Party, you notice he very pointedly does not put down any notes. Please, very well. Please continue.
I'm sorry, Ferry. After that, the doll started looking at me and talking in my brain.
You say the doll contacted you in your brain. Do you mean that it contacted you telepathically?
That's what I said.
He looks almost like he's just like he wants to say something,
so
but he's biting. You can he's biting his tongue a little bit. Please continue.
So Yoshi's accent is starting to slip a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we then the doll it made me some promises, and it degraded me.
Mr. Saito.
Yes.
May I ask what promises this doll made you?
All of my deepest and most sincere wishes and desires.
he pauses for a second. He like holds up his hand for a second. Mr. Saito, please allow me to be more explicit. What precisely did this doll promise you?
That I have to go and look at the VOD real quick.
Okay,
I think it just
I
like said like to be special.
yes,
Was
I believe
specific.
that it was like specifically it was like, do you want to be special too?
Yeah. That was it.
Okay,
Do I
so you
want to
just
be special
so you
too?
do tell him that like you the doll like had
It
like asked
it
if you wanted to
promised
be
me I
special.
could be special.
Oh God.
Oh
Oh no,
God.
the accent. Oh,
I don't know that I'm giving y'all the y'all pass
he.
here.
I'm from
Please take it.
Hokkaido.
Well, yeah, you have to understand that this isn't a Texas accent. This is a Hokkaidan accent, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Um, you see, he notes that down. Very much. He says very well. After the doll, this
Oh,
doll promised you what it did. Please continue. What happened from there?
it, it asked me if that's what I wanted, and I very foolishly said more than anything, and apparently that was enough.
Um, do you what after you replied in the affirmative? What proceeded to occur from that point?
Uh, well, from the what the others were telling me, I started floating in the air unconscious, and
He takes a note.
apparently after that I fell to the ground and I had powers.
When you say powers, what precisely do you mean by that?
Well, uh,
Uh,
there's
do you have any potential he says,
I
would
I
you
would
be
like
willing to
to.
demonstrate?
Tsuyoshi just sort of says, "Well, I noticed this in the mirror last night, and Dettet, I'm not going to describe this, and I
I
don't
know
want you to
exactly what you're talking
describe it
about.
either.
Okay,
I
okay.
I, I want to leave it vague for now,
I know what you're talking about.
but Tsuyoshi's going to take off his eye patch.
Okay, so Yoshi takes off his eye patch and shows Yarimasa. Uh, he nods, takes down a couple more notes, um, and he says, "Thank you very much." Do you happen to have a? Would you be able or willing to demonstrate some of these abilities beyond
Does this
beyond what has happened?
does this building have a shooting range?
We can provide something for you here in a little while if you'd be willing to stick around afterwards.
I guess I
Yes,
could. I guess I just like do a like a. I could do a minor illusion.
that's fine. Yeah, so you go ahead and cast like minor illusion. You create like a sort of like a static image in the air.
I don't have a. I don't have a. Uh, I don't have a bit of fleece for
Don't worry,
component.
I'm not gonna fight you on material components for something like that.
Um, I create just like a little. Um, I guess something cool.
So there's a floating ice cube in the middle of this office. Um,
Sure.
he nods. Pass he
That
Yarimasa nods. Examines the spell, like the illusion, passes his hand through it.
everything
Makes
else
several
that
more
I found
notes.
I can do. Everything else I found I could do since last night has been a bit more violent in nature. I
Destructive. I understand. He nods. I understand.
uh, Oh, I can do this. I put the doll on the desk, and I go inside the doll.
Okay. So
You what?
yeah. So okay. So
Again?
what happens? Tsuyoshi, you as you do so, you suddenly find yourself in sort of like this what appears to be almost like a large billowing tent. There's a like the base of a you can make out like the base of a head, like a ceramic head, or neck almost from the top of the tent with a large stake engraved with like various like seals and kanji, uh, going down into the fabric of the doll. And like the clothes of the doll kind of form this billowing tent of this like really like um you hear a lot of like whispering words, and like there's like you can't quite make out what they're saying, as like there's almost like a breeze that flutters through the cloth. um and like it's not a huge space, it's about 20 feet around. um and you are inside the doll, and you feel relatively safe.
And I hop back out.
You hop back out, and and you see that Yarimasa has risen halfway through, is like halfway out of his desk, and has like started to reach to what you can see now is a button on the wall. He stops as you reappear, and he says, "Mr. Saito,
Now what was that?
I am going to have to ask you to refrain from performing an act that could be seen as escape until I
I
dismiss
was
you from this interview."
I was in the doll.
I understand,
It,
Mr. Saito. I'm going to have to ask you once again to remain outside of the doll for the remainder of this interview.
uh,
And then he kind of like straightens his like suit jacket, and then like he sits back down and
I
makes
don't
a
think I can
bunch of
do that.
notes.
I don't think I could do it again.
Okay. He puts down a couple more notes.
No.
You're
And
fucked.
that's the extent of my abilities right now.
And from there, correct. You and several of your fellows went to Tokyo Daijingu Shrine the next morning, or the next afternoon, excuse me.
I didn't tell you that.
He called him.
Sir, one of our contacts at the shrine had informed us of your visit, and your circumstances, and your present circumstances. Is that all? Is there anything that you are leaving out?
Uh, can I tell you I'm going to hell?
He Yarimasa like nods his head, makes a note. Roll me an insight check.
He knows.
That's a 15.
You do get a a a sense that like there's like a twitch in his face, as he like kind of glances at you as you say that, and you can tell that this man, for the moment at the very least, is feeling a remarkable deal of empathy towards you. He is genuinely like he is genuinely pitying you at the moment in like a very like empathetic manner.
It's not a sight that Tsuyoshi is not familiar with.
Damn. Um, very well. I, yes, I am aware of your current situation. in terms of the circumstances surrounding your destination once you reach the afterlife. Yes. Is there anything else?
Can I make some inquiries?
In a moment. Once again, I must ask, is there anything else?
Not to my immediate memory. If you
Okay.
give me a business card, I could perhaps tell you if I remember something.
Understandable. He once again he writes down a couple more things in his notes, and he kind of flips the page. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your candor. I appreciate you coming in as peacefully as you did. This meeting was going to happen one way or another, and I appreciate that it happened about as peacefully as it possibly could have. I'd like to, on behalf of the government of Japan, I would like to apologize for the situation that you have found yourself in. It is, as a matter of course, the duty of my department to prevent people who, like yourself, had no real prior knowledge of the moonlit world from falling into a situation like this. This situation and the circumstances in which you find yourself are ipso facto a failure of the Japanese government, and for that I cannot apologize enough. That being said, you are now in a set of circumstances that leaves, he pauses for a moment, results in a complicated situation. You are aware, I am assuming that you are aware, given the information that we received from our contact at Tokyo Daijingu Shrine, that you are aware of what you have come into contact with. The nature of it.
Yes.
With that knowledge that you are in possession of a potentially incredibly powerful magical artifact that could, if misused, create a lot of harm for a lot of innocent people. I apologize in advance for giving you the third degree, but this is something where we need to have some level of assurance that you are not a threat to the wider people of Japan. Now, I understand how that may have come across. I apologize for my phrasing. It's been a long several days. It's been a long few months. And I understand that that doesn't necessarily matter a lot to you given your circumstances. But I would like to apologize in advance of any sort of misspeaking I might do in this during this explanation.
Are you keeping me here or not?
As of right now, no. In such events, normally we do not demand that an entity be put into custody unless they have clearly demonstrated that they are a threat to others or potentially themselves. In this case, given your cooperation, given what we have pulled on your background and your willingness to meet and cooperate with us, we do not believe that is the case at the moment. Now, given the nature of the artifact that you have acquired, there is understandably, a great deal of temptation that comes with its possession. We do have certain guidelines should you use this ability? Should you take advantage of this this ability, this bond, this connection that you have with this Hinagami? You are under no circumstances to use the powers, the wishing powers of the Hinagami, to create counterfeit Japanese yen. If you were to wish for money, if you were to take, essentially, you are not allowed to in any way destabilize or defraud the Japanese economy, whether that's Japanese businesses, individual private citizens of Japan, or the monetary system as run by the Bank of Japan.
Typical government worries.
Sir, I cannot impress upon you the importance of not.
You aren't more worried about me wishing for the end of times?
That is obviously on the list. We find
that's not number one.
We find that when given these sorts of abilities, this access to the ability to grant your wish, money and material goods tend to be a very popular first choice. No one likes to be poor. Now, if you are in need of financial aid, we through our department have a discretionary fund that we may allow that, given financial need, you will be able to submit submit a request and be authorized to deduct a portion of said discretionary fund in exchange for your cooperation in this matter. In this way, the economy of Japan is not disrupted, and you will still be entitled to a modest financial compensation for your discretion in this matter.
Should be fine for now. My family owns a small business, and I am making them a website.
Very good. Just so we understand each other. Now, if you were to use the powers of the Hinagami to somehow disrupt the operations of this department in a way to potentially obfuscate your own use of the doll, I am going to inform you that we have very powerful, very specific wards to prevent or to muddy said attempt. And if we discover that is the case, then you will be remanded to custody. Once again, we do not want to have to fight you on this, but we do have certain rules. You are to in no way use said wish to result in the harm of a Japanese citizen if such foul play were to be discovered, and it would be discovered. We have a very powerful divination magic. You will be reprimanded to custody. It will be treated, and you will be tried as befitting your crimes to an equivalent sentence, and you will be remanded to custody.
Does such definition of a Japanese citizen extend to antagonistic cult members and or yakuza that come after the doll?
Self-defense is self-defense. Essentially, this is treated as a weapon. Would you to use it in an act of unprovoked violence, then you would be charged and treated as such. If it was self-defense, it is as I said, there are self-defense laws on the register. it would be taken in, it would obviously be taken into account when if a situation were to arise. Now note that this definitionally is limited. This divination is limited to the direct actions of the doll, of the Hinagami. Obviously, there are members of society in the Moonlit world, and that possess abilities that that potentially could be used to harm others. Once again, we try our best to keep track of said people, said individuals. People slip through the cracks. It happens. We're not here to tell you can't use your powers. We're not here to tell you that you can't use a wish. Given the danger that you have been made aware of to your own well-being, that is something that you are going to have to decide for yourself. That is not something that we can decide for you. Quite definitionally, we just could not get in the way of that. But should you become a danger to the Japanese people or to the economy of Japan or to the secrecy that Japan has found itself benefiting from, then there will be issues. Do we understand each other?
I understand.
Now, that being said,
a less antagonistic tone, though.
My apologies. I didn't mean to come across as so aggressive, but it is imperative that I impress upon you the importance of what I am saying. This is not a case for ignorance of the law. In this case would not be an excuse. Now, obviously, beyond that, if you would like to use your powers to produce other such material goods, insofar as items, or to assist you in production of any material good, save illicit materials such as like narcotics, something along those lines, perfectly fine. We do not penalize people for having abilities. We just need to make sure that the people around you are safe. With that being said, you have been remarkably cooperative, and I appreciate that.
I don't leave my weapons at home for anyone. Consider yourself lucky.
He takes some more notes. He like actually goes to like open the file again, and then puts a couple things down, and then closes the file again.
Shit.
You said it, not me. He, in regards to the condition of your spiritual well-being, the governmental clerics task force, part of our role and mandate is to assist individuals like yourself, people who have been made victim and who have been disadvantaged by by activities from individuals or forces from the Moonlit world, to ensure that you are made whole to the best of our ability, and to ensure that your safety and spiritual well-being. As you may have been informed by our once again our the head priest of Tokyo Daijingu Shrine, Tanaka Yukimori, there is currently no known means of freeing you from the burden that you have found yourself in. That being said, we are prepared and willing to continue to look into this as long as we are able to. And should we discover something, you will be the first person that will know. Once again, I sincerely apologize for the circumstances under which you now find yourself. We had a response. Unfortunately, we were dealing with a number of incidences last night. We had a team dispatched to the school, to Tokyo University, once we realized what was happening. Once we realized that the signatures and the scale of what was happening. Unfortunately, they were delayed by several unrelated incidences, and arrived what we can only assume shortly after you and your group had left. We will be conducting a thorough investigation under the circumstances of the two individuals who were deceased in your club room. And we will be offering, and should we determine that you require it, we will be willing to offer protective detail to ensure that you and your family are not victimized or taken advantage of by this, by any untoward forces that may seek to harm you in pursuit of the artifact that you possess. He bows his head. Once again, I can only deeply apologize.
Have a good night, Mr. Anyway.
He pauses. He raises his hand as you leave, as you move to leave. Mr. Saito, he hands you a card. This is my access to my number. Should you require anything, should something come up, feel free to contact me at any time. I will respond to you as soon as I am humanly able to.
I accept the card with both hands and I bow.
You will be. You will be remanded into the care of an officer. In this case, myself. I will be giving you a call at this point once a week to check in and to discuss your current circumstances. It's necessary procedure. Please understand.
All right, I guess.
Thank you for your time. If you would like to demonstrate some of your abilities, or even just have a space to practice, we do have a range deeper in. I would be happy to show you to that at this point.
Another time. I'm quite tired now.
Completely understandable. You have a good evening. And then he leads you out, and then that same sort of woman from the front desk is there, and she leads you from the building.
I put back on my eye patch before anyone sees.
Of course, yeah. I think you had put your eye patch back on already.
Yeah. I need to get like a sheer eye patch that I can see through.
Tsuyoshi no good, very bad day.
I lost a perception, like a nat 20 perception check to that shit.
Yeah, you
no longer disadvantaged.
I'm just saying, man. If you want to lose the advantage thing on that eye patch, I would be more than willing to do it. This is something that you wanted.
I will get rid of the disadvantage as soon as I get the the Eldritch Invocation of Devil Sight or whatever it's called.
Okay, yeah. Well,
right now, that seems like a fair price for selling Connie out.
Yeah, listen. I'm not going to tell. I'll tell you right now. That was an unforced error.
Part of that was me out of character trying to remember what I hadn't said.
That was out of character, but listen.
It's good. It's good.
Listen. After that whole Japanese economy screed, I am maybe they do actually suspect the Communist Party.
No. Listen. if you had the guy who was making billions of yen appear out of nowhere, or worse, stealing it from like either reserve banking or whatever, Japan is currently in the middle of a very awful recession.
Big recession, yeah.
The economic system is dire right now. The economic outlook right now is absolutely dire. This is a very real concern.
If you think you want to use your wish to get a lot of money, you could also just use your wish to change the economic system.
You see, no one wishes to fix the Japanese economy, mostly because that would take your entire soul. That's a lot of work.
What is that Yakuza 0 quest where you have to change the interest rates?
Oh yeah, there's a Yakuza 0 quest where you as Majima are you find a legislator who's drinking, and he's just really depressed because there's no money coming into Japan, and he and then in the course of trying to listen to him and make suggestions, Majima accidentally invents sales tax. And then he's realizes what he did, and he's like, I'm fucked. What the fuck did I do?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was Kiryu, I think.
Oh no, it was definitely a Majima quest. Anyways, is there anything that you want to do on your way home? Or is there anywhere else you would like to go?
I will stop and get a piece of cake.
You deserve it.
For my aunt.
Aww.
Nothing for you. As you're riding...
I get two.
Okay, you get two. Gotcha. As you're riding home, small little cake box, kind of nestled in your I don't know if you've got a saddle, a side saddle thing, or something a little bit more in front, some sort of storage container.
I have a backpack.
Okay, it's just in your backpack.
Oh, they're getting so smushed.
Oh well, it's in a box. It's in a box. One of those
they are smushed against the side of the box. Trust me, I've done that.
Wow. Anyways, as you're riding home, how is Yoshi feeling in this moment?
Honestly, he's I don't know. He's caught in the reality of the situation started hitting him before he went in there, and now it's just sort of hitting him wow, I'm going to hell, dude.
Yippee.
You had a boring government man sit down and be like, yes, we are aware that you are going to be going to hell no matter what.
You did say that thing is cursed as hell, so...
Oh, man.
Really regretting your words and deeds in this moment.
I need to finish that website.
All right. And with that, as you ride home, we're going to go ahead and call it here.
Yippee!
Yay! Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Really hope that you guys enjoyed that. I know I said we were going to do a smaller thing, but then it was such a good opportunity to do that meeting with Tsuyoshi. I was like, well, shit, what am I going to do? Not do that?
I feel like 70% of this session was just talking to me about how shit out of luck I am.
It really is. Like I said, I knew that going to the temple was going to be it's the Tsuyoshi is fucked episode, and then I'm like, well, I guess I could keep going. We could tell him he can't even wish for money.
I wasn't going to be clear. If I was to why wouldn't I just wish for all the things I would buy with money?
You see, I don't think
money
they have
is
a problem
power.
with that. What they have a problem with is the economy is very fragile. Please do not fuck with the economy. It's very important. Beyond that, like I said, it's just mostly just don't be a menace, and you should be fine.
He's gonna be a menace in a different way.
Of course. I mean, of course, you're a D&D character.
And there was I don't know if I like this guy's attitude, because there was that subtle undercurrent of even though I was cooperating the whole time, he was just yeah, you're cooperating, but if you weren't though, weren't, like I said, your family.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was threatening your family at any point.
He was threatening me.
Yes,
he started that off by saying this meeting was going to happen no matter what, And like that's not something you say to someone who came in and was willing to cooperate.
Yeah, that's
go ahead and roll me an insight
threatening.
check.
Insight check.
Yeah, fuck it. Roll me an insight check.
Oh, that fell out of the tray.
Love me an
Oh,
insight check. My
that's a
favorite
7.
thing to ask. 7? Yeah,
Not
man, that
very
guy's an
insightful.
asshole. That dude's an asshole. Fuck him.
I
What a fucking stuffed shirt like prick.
Like I just started watching Invincible, and he's giving me real Cecil vibes.
Good. That's very much the impression I wanted to give. Anyways, before we go ahead and wrap up officially, is there anything else that anyone would like to say or do?
No, we're good.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and call it then. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Next time we will be doing another smaller group session. We will be doing
Yakuza.
either following up the Yakuza line, line of questioning with Ayumu and some of the others, or we will be doing either the empty lot or the computer cell, like the cult computer application. When we know when that happens, I'll let you guys know. In the meantime, thank you guys for coming out, and we will see you later. Wait a second, I'm gonna go ahead and raid it to Mel. Actually, no, I'm gonna raid it to Kirsch.
Send us to Mel. Yes.
Oh yeah, Tsuyoshi will like immediately send a text saying sorry to Connie.
No context. No context.
Just sorry.
Connie sends back a million question marks.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and raid Kirsch, and we will see you guys later. Please enjoy. Have fun with.
Bye-bye.
Have fun with Baldur's Gate.
Bald.